This episode of Radio Sentai Castranger is brought to you by Ultraman Rising, now on Netflix. Is what I would say is if we were sponsored by Ultraman Rising, everyone needs to go watch Ultraman Rising on Netflix right now. Go watch it!
As you might expect from Lane, he has done nothing but talk about this movie all week.
Guys, I am so sorry.
What have you done, Gar?
I took him to go see the movie because I thought, hey, we both like Ultraman. Why not? It did, and then I don't know what happened. It's like as if aliens took over Lane's brain even more.
Aliens from, don't say it, Bradley, Uranus!
Uranus!
I was quoting that today at work. No lies.
Real mature, Bradley.
Pandora's Lane.
Well, Lane, we're going to have to be sticking around when we cue this roll call, all right?
Okay.
That was
Twatch.
buttery smooth.
Thank you.
I bet it was.
Connect. Loading.
Perfect! Show running super savant. Level up! Bluecaster, super Ichi.
Loudon Online. Greycaster, Robolane.
Researcher of the Tokuverse. Yellowcaster, Ultra Guard.
Trauma Inducer, Northcaster, Saga.
Combining comedy and critique. On air since 2014. Radio Sentai Castranger!
Welcome to Radio Sentai Castranger, episode 491.
Woohoo!
Now,
Nice.
normally it would be episode Darkrai, but this is a very special week because the day this episode comes out on all channels is my fucking birthday, June 22nd.
And mine.
And Jerry's, who's also here with us. But the important thing is I'm turning 36, and you know what that means?
You've reached your final starter form.
I'm finally evolving into Empoleon.
You did it!
All right.
Let's go.
Wait, someone put up a picture of Shiny Empoleon. I've never seen that.
Face reveal. I mean, as much as I don't like being on camera, my face is visible on the channel in some of our older shit.
Well, yeah,
But now you're even more handsome.
If you look up your FF14 character, that's what you look like in real life. Duh.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Wait till you see me after Dawn Trail drops next weekend and the graphical overhaul kicks in. Then I'll be rendered in way more detail.
Wait until the 4K.
Poor Dad, either or.
And yeah, just in case people were wondering, I am not taking off Castranger next week, even though Dawn Trail Early Access is dropping. I will be a diligent little Castranger, and I will put the game on hold next week to do Castranger.
It's okay. As soon as we're done recording, you can just play it all night.
Oh, bro, I was fully ready for another 3 days in a row of 14-hour streams like I did when Endwalker dropped.
Shiny Empoleon is just kind of lighter.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like when the shinies are just a lighter shade. It's so late.
At least it's better than just being green, like half of them are.
Don't get me started with fucking shiny Slowpoke. I'm so mad. It's just a slightly lighter pink.
Wait, I thought Slowpoke was yellow.
No, that's the Galarian Slowpoke.
Galarian Slowpoke.
Galarian.
But then shiny Slowbro is purple. So I like that one.
Yeah.
Anyways,
this has been a crazy fucking week. This is the same week that the greatest Nintendo Direct of all fucking time happened.
Yeah, right? Like, once in a while, they really just come through.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2 will live again!
Metroid Prime 4!
Yeah, no, legit. If you ever want to pick me up and just like a dose of serotonin into your brain, look up Maximilian Dude's reaction to the MV's Marvel vs. Capcom announcement. Literally, that is a 40-year-old man losing his goddamn shit. It's the cutest thing ever.
I had pretty much I had the same reaction he did, if not louder, and then I went and watched his whole VOD talking about it.
Yeah, no, I just love listening to that guy talk because he's so smart.
Yeah,
it's funny. Our fan Vegas just mentioned Dragon Quest 12, or
1 and 2.
1, 2, and 3. Sorry. Sorry, I read that as
1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. But it just reminds me of a few years back. Our friend Chuck, he was watching one of the events, And it's like Dragon Quest 5 and 6, but you know what would be better? And he's on his computer just doing this thing. He's like, Dragon Quest 8? Dragon Quest 8.
Yeah. And yeah, fucking 100 line, aka Danganronpa Tactics. So fucking hype. Mario and Luigi Brothership. Or as the French title is, Mario and Luigi Le Poupie Farternel.
What?
You know what's funny?
Look it up.
Thank you, Decker. That's the video. Yeah, no, go watch that if you just want to like feel really, really good.
I had the same reaction.
I wish I could be this hype for shit.
Let me clarify. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is one of very few fighting games that I like and play any chance I get. This past week was the first time I actually started looking up and studying movesets for this game. That's how hyped I am.
He's getting ready, people.
I just love when they moved to Mario. I just loved when they moved it to Mario Party. He's just like, no, go back!
A lot of good stuff this year.
What's this I hear about a new Donkey Kong game?
No, they're porting.
They're porting Donkey Kong Country Returns from the Wii to the Switch.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I'm excited for that. I never got to finish that game.
Star Fox is dead.
Oh yeah,
it's never coming back. I'm so mad. Nintendo's dead to me.
Furry's ruined everything.
So we're a bunch of Nintendo Directs that get together every week to talk about Kamen Rider Super Sentai and a third thing.
That being shiny Pokemon.
All right, this is a Tokusatsu podcast.
This was a Nintendo Direct podcast.
We'll be talking about Kamen Rider Gotchard, episode 40, Bakuage Sentai Boonboomger, episode 16, and for our special feature topic, it got slightly tweaked from last episode, but it will be. This is the first part of a trilogy because I am that guy. We're talking about the very first pilot for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, which is Day of the Dumpster, which came out in 1999 as the Lost episode.
Yeah. More details on that when we get to it.
It's awful.
1999, you say?
Yeah.
Well, that's special.
Oh, that's when it aired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get there. We get there.
All right. Well, before we get to that, we have some news to talk about, which means it's time for
news mode.
God damn it. Fucking Discord.
News mode.
There we go.
There it is.
So, the Tombo Oger and Deca Ranger special just released, and swiftly upon its tail was the announcement of King Oger in space.
King Oger in space.
I can't believe this is happening.
I can.
Space Squad lives.
I for one am so happy about this because my boy motherfucking Tsurugi Ho Soldier is back.
I didn't even notice him standing behind Gira until you mentioned it.
No,
how does that work? He's supposed to be in an alternate dimension.
Listen, I saw him and I just went Nandekuta.
King Oger in space.
I wonder if he's still the president of the galaxy.
You fucking better be. I was president of the universe.
That's just interesting too. This is what it's actually called, King Oger in space.
Yeah,
that's interesting to me.
Yep.
I mean,
I also just love.
Space.
I also love in this image, the promo image they have of everyone set up there. Yanma's looking at Doggy like the giant like space dog. You see him too, right?
Yeah.
He's looking at
guys. I think I finally snapped. I'm taking too many lightning bolts to the face.
All that matters is that we're getting more King Oger, and that's a good thing.
Absolutely.
100%.
Oh yeah.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I will say.
Yeah, Gar doesn't like King Oger.
It's not just that. It's not just that. It's the fact that the King Oger crossovers we just have / haven't talked about the other second one of have been fucking god awful.
Why is that, Ichi?
Listen to last week's episode for one, and the other one we haven't talked about yet.
To you, maybe.
Yet.
I'm just happy that the Doggy Kruger suit is still functional after 20 years.
Power Ranger one's better.
All this means is more chances for stock engines that won't happen.
It will not happen. I'm sorry, Ichi.
It's never gonna happen at this point.
I'm really hoping we just see Doggy morph, because that'd be awesome to see that suit alongside these guys.
Yeah.
Because like, that suit's also kind of armory looking.
Yeah. All right, so let's see. We have the main cast of King Oger, of course, In this special, in order to protect peace not only on Chikyu but throughout the universe, Himeno meets with Tsurugi Otori, president of the Space Federation, and Rita cooperates with Doggy Kruger, role reprised by Tetsuya Nara, the chief of Earth's Space Police branch. Meanwhile, Prince, because he's in this too, who is undergoing space training, visits Gira on Chikyu, but an incident occurs. What the heck is happening?
When it says space training, I'm just expecting like the 10 times gravity training Goku went through in Dragon Ball.
I was thinking the exact same
Prince
thing.
is just in one of those fucking capsule corp pods.
Yeah.
And then when he arrives on Chikyu, he's voiced by a different actor.
And in a bit of a filler, the gravity gets stuck too high.
Yeah. And then on his way back to Chikyu, he goes to a fake version of Chikyu.
And then there's a meteor shower outside, so he has to transform in a spacesuit, which somehow doesn't work, but it does.
I just hope we get Racules. That's all that matters.
For a second there, I thought you said, I hope we get Raditz.
No, I mean, sure, I like Raditz.
Well, I love that too.
I'm the only Raditz fan that fucking exists out there in the world.
You really are.
I mean, Raditz kind of is Racules. He's the brother of the main character.
But he doesn't suck.
And he doesn't die in the first 2 episodes.
And we can grow Raditzes.
I was gonna say Raditziles. There's no good way to portmanteau those names.
Yeah, I maintain this. I feel like Toriyama made him his brother at the last minute. Just something about that strikes me like that.
Decker, could you do me a favor and shop Raditz's head, hair and all, onto Kuwagata Oju's body?
No!
I need to see that. I need to see that.
Lane, at that rate, just have Raditz's head on King Kyoryu Red.
I was fully ready for you to say Raditz's hair on Racules, unmorphed.
Oh, that'd be funny too.
Dealer's choice.
Oh, God.
Oh, Kuwagata.
Oh, Kuwagata Saiyan.
Oh,
Kuwagata tissue paper.
Keep your eye on the birdie. Okay, so this is being written by Kaori Kaneko, who did the King Oja versus Kyoryuger crossover, which is a very bad sign.
That's for me to decide, Ichi.
And it's being directed by Koichi Sakamoto, our favorite, who did work on the Space Squad content.
You never know.
No. The only way for this to be attached to Space Squad is if we have some Metal Heroes.
Yeah, no, Metal Hero does have to show up in it.
We'll see.
You never know.
Right. Surprise cameo, maybe.
Literally anything's possible in this post-Trump world.
Just have Geki. You know what? Geki and Prince, Space Sheriff Devon, Prince, Kyoryu Red, traveling the galaxy as space cops.
Honestly,
Space cops. Space cops.
Police cops.
I don't know. I love Metal Heroes like Ugard, but I sadly don't see it happening.
I don't see it happening either. So everyone quit saying that this is the return of Space Squad.
No.
No, fuck you. It's the return of Space Squad.
Anyways.
Anyway, King Oja in Space is premiering this year on the Toei Tokusatsu fan club. So
do we not have details of when? Because I'm actually curious about this.
All it says is this year.
Interesting.
I can't wait for King Oja Lost Galaxy.
There it is.
Yep.
King Oja Lost Galaxy.
All right. Next, more on King Oja news. So last week we talked about the upcoming memorial edition of the Oja Caliber Zero, and to complement that release, Premium Bandai posted images of the memorialized data card set, the Suzume and Racules version, and the Devonica and Gira version. So these are more memory cards with voice lines that you plug into the memorial editions of both Oja Calibers for extra voice lines and shit.
Nice.
So it's like that thing they did with the Seiken driver.
Yeah.
Yes.
You thought that was so stupid when they
kind of is. That. And they did this already with the first set, where it was the first 5 or 6 of them. I forget if Jeremy was part of it.
I like that Decker pointed out. It's literally just physical DLC.
Yes.
Yeah.
It really is.
It's toy DLC.
Yeah.
It's just optional sounds for an already expensive toy store.
Yeah.
So let's see. So the data cards will have new lines from the characters. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, nothing new aside from what you've expected. Premium Bandai web exclusive 4840 yen January release.
We've said before, but those really are cool sigils that they have. Like all of them.
Their country emblems?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I need to get something with those on. They're really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, the way they spell Hercules in these things.
Yeah, I don't acknowledge Hercules.
I don't acknowledge Hercules with a hard R.
Robocles has...
Wait, you don't accept Hercules?
Hercules.
Okay,
Hercules.
You get to pronounce it however you want. That's the magic of this stuff. I do think if it is supposed to be spelt this way, it's meant to be pronounced legitimately with a hard R. Hercules.
I mean, we've heard the way they pronounce it in the show.
Yeah, but that's through accents.
It's Hercules.
It's basically the word Hercules without the HE. Because it's Hercules beetle.
So it's Hercules.
Honey, you mean Uncules?
I think we're getting too deep into this.
Honey, I think you mean Hercules.
Anyways, get these.
King Oger's over. We don't talk about it.
King Over.
Anyways, get these if you care enough.
That's the best way to advertise these. Get these if you care.
I would probably buy something if they adapted that sense of marketing, if you want.
Yeah.
Because you know what? It's honest.
Take it or leave it. Next. More info on the upcoming summer movies. The major part of what we're talking about this week is the titles of the two movies. Also, they revealed the movie form, Miracle Gotchard.
Oh my.
Yeah,
I like it.
I also see something gorgeous in that poster.
Oh, Legends in the fucking movie.
It's Legend.
Legends back, baby.
Yeah, there's Miracle Gotchard in the chat. I actually like that form.
Like that more. Yeah,
Can I see a bigger picture of this?
I've been seeing a lot of people don't like it, and I'm like, I
It's
like
alright.
it. It's cool.
Looks kind of like it's flashy.
He uses Nijigon in it, but we don't know what cards he's using. Aside from that.
According to a sound leak, it's a Gigat liner, and it's like a Hopper 1-on-1.
Oh yeah, I think I saw someone say Hopper 1-on-1.
I don't know why, but like the more I look at it, the less I think. But I got a genie vibe at first.
I like this. This is a better form than Rainbow, I think.
You think?
No,
I like both.
Rainbow's still cooler. Yeah, no, you know what? That's it. Jerry's right. I like both. I like both.
You can like more than one thing, everybody.
Yeah. So the title of the summer movie is Kamen Rider Gotchard: The Future Daybreak, because it is about Gotchard Daybreak.
Nice.
We talked about the plot before. Yeah.
There we go. There we go, Ichi. I get Legend. You get Daybreak Gotchard.
Yeah.
Everybody wins.
Everybody wins.
All right.
I get Renge.
although it is funny how I love how because I guess when the trailer dropped for this, just the screenshot floating around of like current Hotar with the eye patch.
So, it was a real fucking shame you weren't on last week because it was all dinosaur focused stuff.
Darn it.
Yeah.
Even Renge was in a giant T-Rex costume.
I think we saw a bit of that in the previously.
Yeah. No.
Should we save that joke for later? Can I just say that now?
Just go ahead.
Like, I wonder if the person who invented those inflatable T-Rex suits feels like a bit of a fraud. Just because, like I can imagine them thinking, you know what? I thought I might be successful, but not this successful. Why am I this successful?
I was looking at this poster that we're looking at here of the Gotchard movie, and for half a second I'm like, why is Futo Tower in the background?
Oh. I prefer Futo Tower. Got him.
Rev. Futoku.
Damn it, Sal.
I'd react, but that would require me to be surprised.
It's in my name, dude.
To be honest, Diane.
Yes, Devin, you heard that correctly.
All right.
I mean, all towers are kind of that if you think about it.
And then on the Sentai side, the name of the Boonboomger movie is Bakuage Sentai Boonboomger Geki Jobun Promise the Circuit.
Geki Jobun, I love it. Yeah, there she is.
Yeah, so we talked about
save that picture for later.
And the plot last week. Yeah, this one features an actual fucking YouTuber.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like
I
is it
believe
her?
all the movies have a YouTuber.
I don't think so. No, the girl is Princess Nicola Keydor of Planet Trickle.
What?
That was the one that Gar walked out the door on.
Oh, I hate that. I hate the name Trickle.
And then the YouTuber is Hikakin, which I think is this dude on the left.
I just made. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
That's the movie villain, I guess.
Yeah,
that guy looks cool.
Super cool. Holy shit!
Is that like the Bat Maju or some shit?
And show dead heat formula.
Yeah.
Hey, it's got spoilers.
It's a spoiler.
It's literal spoilers.
It's Lightning McQueen.
Please don't.
It's the
Please don't make that joke. You will manifest it.
Hikakin is the
really. He's that big.
Mr. Beast or PewDiePie.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, it's this
Isn't
dude
there
over
a
here. I think.
YouTuber in the Gotchard movie?
I don't think so. I think that's only in this one.
Imagine he just shows up, same guy.
Yeah. All right. Next, in Kaka Ranger news, we have info on additional cast members for the Act 3 special.
Nice.
It's literally called Act 3 Middle-Age Struggles.
Again, I like what these movies do.
So yes, joining the specials cast, reprising their roles, Kazuki Yao as Ninja Man.
Yeah!
Yeah, Ninja Man,
Yes.
baby.
Takayuki Godai as Tsuruhime's father, Lord Yoshiteru.
Oh shit, he's back?
Keisuke and Daisuke Tsuchiya as the twins, Jiro and Taro, and Yasuyuki Takamine, who was then known as Yasuyuki Fukuba, as the Kaka Rangers Yokai Ale Boon.
Oh shit, it's Blue Beat and Black Beat.
And Kira Danger and the evil twin.
Interesting.
Alright.
Okay.
But
Ninja Man's back. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Ninja Red and White's original suit actors Seiichi Takaiwa and Rie Takaiwa will appear in the film as the yokai couple Jagoemon and Jakotsu Baba.
Oh, wait, so those two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
those are the
is
suit
Seiichi
actors.
Takaiwa.
Yep.
Okay, that's fun.
Takaiwa for sure.
Being directed by Koichi Sakamoto, being written by Ayumi Shimo, who worked on Hero Mama League and Dawn Brothers versus Dawn Booties.
Oh, dear.
It's gonna be crazy. So yes, this is premiering this summer on the TTFC.
I really wonder what middle-aged struggles we'll be seeing with these guys. They look badass in this shot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm dealing with a neck injury right now, and I'm not middle-aged. Well,
Kane looks fucking awesome.
All right.
Shredded.
Next, from Shokugan Modeling Project toy line, we have images of Victory Mars from GoGo 5.
Yay.
Oh, it's the
Looks
mech
neat.
that
I kind of want it.
It's the mech that I like when it's in its like walker mode, but I hate its fucking head. I hate how flat it is. It's just always
These are fun
me.
ones. Like, you know, like, are they all meant to be like spacecraft or like?
Oh, these are the vehicles that were kept inside the super train.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So in the show, the father made these so that they could go out into space and destroy an asteroid coming towards Earth.
Go back to that one before. What an angle.
This thing looks like a reskin of something I fought in the Alexander raids in FF14.
Or best in the Lights We Rescue, the Omega Megazord.
But
Wow.
yeah, I love it.
Wow, it does have the flat face.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But I love it in its walker mode. It's so fucking cool.
He's
I
fun.
love that.
Oh, it shoots the jet out of the spear.
Shoot.
Well, yeah, 'cause that was his finisher. Or one of the finishers, anyway.
Yeah. And with Victory Mars, that completes the entire roster of GoGo 5 mechs.
Nice.
Very cool. Oh yeah, because they made the Super Train Megazord. It was fucking big.
Super mini plowed Grand Liner.
Yeah, if you scroll down, you can see all of them together.
There.
Nice.
That's a good shot.
Oh yeah, look how fucking huge the Super Train Megazord is.
Bigger than the base.
Yeah, that was the only one because me personally, I love the Lightspeed Rescue suits, but I always found the Zords unmemorable, except for the Mega Train.
Super Train.
Yeah, I guess they teased doing a Bull Taurus and the Lights of Ginga.
Cool.
Very cool.
All right, so
Now,
give me my super
it means it's more Stratoforce, you cowards.
all right, so premium Bandai web exclusive, the Victory Mars 7920 yen, releasing in October. To those who missed it, Premium Bandai will re-release the Super Minipla Victory Robo for 6,600 yen in September, Super Minipla Liner Boy, 5,940 yen in September, and Super Minipla Grand Liner, the Super Train, for 14,300 yen in November.
Fuck yeah.
So they're re-releasing all the other Lightspeed Rescue mechs.
I thank you, Bandai. That's very appreciative.
I can't tell if that's sarcasm or not.
No. I'm actually very happy that they're actually re-releasing these things so that if you want a complete set, you don't have to go on the aftermarket and buy an arm and a leg, or you have to pay an arm and a leg.
I still can't tell if you're being serious or not. No, I get what you say. Yeah, it's a nice. It's a good thing.
Cool. Next,
it's a good thing.
Speaking of re-releases, we have the Complete Selection Modification Kamen Rider Delta Gear getting a re-release.
Cool. Now you too can get your ass kicked.
I mean, this is my favorite belt in Fies.
Proving that you can, in fact, somehow make a walkie-talkie and a camcorder attached to each other kind of badass.
I actually like this gun.
More than usual?
Yeah, look at that in gun mode. It's fucking sick.
It's literally a walkie-talkie and a camcorder. Ka-chuck.
It works. The color's good.
It's really cool. Like, you hold like the walkie-talkie and you say Henshin and then you clip it into the side of the belt and you transform to Delta.
That's
so
actually
cool.
kind of neat. Yeah, I like the suit. Like, you know me, I don't know the backlog of Rider a lot. I like the suit.
Oh yeah, Delta's good.
Delta's design's super cool.
Where's my Shinchoku Seiho Delta?
Also, Delta was used by like 10 people.
I was hoping there'd be a shot of like the buttons inside the panel of the camcorder, but there's not really a good shot of it.
He like holds the game.
Lane, every belt in Fies was passed like freaking candy.
Yeah.
No, but Delta's was the most.
The last guy to get Delta was Go Green.
Mihara?
Yeah.
You look into
Silver from Garo.
He tells you to look into the camera, say cheese, and die. Bam!
Ooh, nice Goosebumps reference there, so.
That's what I do.
So let's see. Go ahead.
I was just thinking, the gorillas from Planet of the Apes. Smile.
Alright, so this re-release is based on the one that was released in 2019. Has all the components and features of that release. Delta driver, phone, mover, and mission memory. This is the first entry of the CSM line with the voice recognition system. Pressing the phone trigger and saying the word Henshin activates the sound, and inserting it into the Delta mover. That's how the transformation happens. The Delta Blaster has more unique sounds for the voice recognition system. Some phrases you can say that will play unique sounds include fire, check, and 3821 for attacking, rider kick, and the summoning the jet slagger.
I'm sorry. I hear voice recognition fire. My brain just instantly goes to AVG and just fire.
Is it that fucking head-mounted water gun thing?
It's a
fire! Fuck fire!
Ass, you can say anything.
You say anything.
Just shot a duck by saying fuck.
Nerd celebrating fucking 20 years. Good for him.
The item also plays various sound bites from the Delta Gear's two main users, Shuji Mihara and Kitazaki.
That's so weird. It's so weird that to activate the Hisats, you have to say check.
I think it's because they fucked up the translation of the word kick.
Oh.
Yeah. Their respective actors recorded lines for the CSM release, and of course, this being CSM release, there is a background music button.
Woohoo!
It has 5 different songs, including Ego Eyes Glazed Over, which is the Delta theme, and Justifies XL Mix. Premium Bandai Web exclusive, 27,000 yen January release.
Dude, I'm seriously liking how this looks.
Yeah.
Right? One of those pictures of Delta should have been the one with the the Orphadoc where he's like doing like the hand thing,
hinting his fingers like Mr. Burns.
Yeah,
Kitazaki.
Yeah, he was the best Delta user.
Yeah. All right, very cool. Next in CSM re-releases, we have the Dark Kabuto Zector.
Cool.
Ooh. Dark Kabuto is cool.
Another one I like.
This is reported is being listed as version 1.5. So this is an updated version of the CSM Dark Kabuto Zector, which was first released in 2016. The paint job for the Zector and the rider belt have been updated to be as close as possible to the one from the show.
Yeah, that's right, because when they released this for the first time, it just sounded like the regular Kabuto Zector, and I remember I was pissed because I was like, no, the Dark Kabuto Zector has a slightly pitched down voice.
Yep.
That's what made it so cool.
And it only took them 8 years to fix that mistake.
Apparently. Well, good. About fucking time.
Yeah, it says here, it does say here the audio specifications have been updated to become closer to the series, notably the transformation sounds, the rider kick sound, many more. Additional sounds include the Zector flying and getting caught, the armor moving sounds during cast off. So yeah, sounds like this is the version to get.
Could you imagine if they actually, they'll never do this, they did a crossover with Kabuto, the Bee Fighters, and King Oger. Like all the Beetle
All the Beetle themes.
Come on, let's do it.
That'd be cool.
And we'll call it the Big Bad Beetleborgs.
You know what? That'd be cool. Kabuto, the Kabuto rider, the Kabuto riders teaming up with King Oger. That'd be sick.
The Beetle Squad.
Because like in Cell and Kabuto, we have one based off like a Hercules beetle,
Caucasus.
Yeah, we got Caucasus, we got Wasp,
Dragonfly, Scorpion, Stag Beetle, and
the Hoppers.
There really is a lot of stuff
insects. Two grasshoppers.
in Japan.
Oh yeah, they have their favorite bugs for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
where's the stick beetle?
No, but Kabuto. Cling, cling, clang, clang.
Nice try, Decker. That doesn't trigger me anymore.
All right, so
I'm the only stick that has eyeballs.
Premium Bandai web exclusive, 22,000 yen December release, just in time for Christmas.
Yeah, very cool.
Now you two can punish your enemies and keep the girl safe. That's all I remember from Dark Kabuto.
No, I just remember seeing like when Dark Kabuto first showed up, and when I was watching the show for the first time, I was just like, "What the fuck's going on?"
Nani the fuck are you?
No, it's so weird. It just came out of fucking nowhere.
I remember his name was Soji Kusakabe instead of Tendo.
And then Tendo fucking kicked his ass with Hyper because Hyper's broken.
All right. Anyways. Next, so Zenkaio from Zenkaiger is appearing in the Super Robot Wars video game.
Oh.
And apparently, as part of its final attack, it switches into Zenryoku Zenkaio, the final form.
Cool.
Not gonna lie, that's actually kind of funny. I kind of like that.
Yeah, that's cute. Interesting choice. I'm surprised that they went back to have Zenkaio instead of doing like a more current Megazord. You know what I mean?
Oh, only in the mobile.
I think it's because they already had the rights to Zenkaiger.
Also, they're robots, so it makes sense.
So yeah, this is the Super Robot Wars DD, which is a mobile game. They previously had added Zenkaio Juragon back in 2021, so now they're updating it with the Zenryoku Zenkai sword, which transforms Juragon into Zenryoku Zenkaio. And that is available in the game as of June 15th.
And Zenkaijo is there, so awesome.
Good art.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Thank you, Super Robot Wars. Very cool. And
I approve.
For our last news story, I think Dar might want to take over on this one.
Yeah, I brought it up because it's like, wait, Cell's coming on. Cell fucking loves this shit.
Hell yeah.
To celebrate the 40th anniversary of Usagi Yojimbo, Boom Studios and Dark Horse Comics are collabing together for a one-shot crossover with the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Usagi Yojimbo.
Hell goddamn yeah.
Let's go.
That's so cool.
My only experience with Usagi Yojimbo was when he crossed over with the Ninja Turtles cartoon forever ago.
And that's a great crossover. I love when he shows up in that.
Look at
also, gotta give it to...
I was just gonna say, look at all these cover arts. They're so good.
Gotta give it up to Usagi for all, aside from in Rise, always showing up in every cartoon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Showed up in the 80s cartoon. Showed up in 2003 cartoon. 2012. Rising didn't show up. Oh shit.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I got a close up on these
covers.
I guess not. Because yeah, like they're saying, these are like I love this these cover arts, like the different styles they use, especially like this is a Stan Sakai. Like I love Stan Sakai's
I was gonna
style.
say I hope this is a reference on purpose because this looks like shit you'd see in a children's coloring book.
Yes. No, I love this style. Like I love like the arms, the weird like heads.
This looks like what would happen if the Power Rangers showed up and sticking around. Just to tie it back to our cold opening bit.
I just love the look of Usagi himself. Like I like people. I always love finding out that's not his eyebrow. That's a scar.
Oh,
love that shit.
Yep.
I like the one where like he's like has his back turned, and you see like the Power Rangers on top of the roof. That's really cool.
Oh yeah, Ichi, look at that one. It's like a movie poster.
Oh yeah, that's good shit.
That's badass. I'm gonna make that my wallpaper. And what's like Gar is like? What's this one? Does he get a fucking power up? Is that what this is say?
No. Okay, so
one of the Omega Rangers or whatever.
That is the Solar Ranger.
So
okay. Ever since issue 0, they had this trend going of having the iconic holding the helmet on the chest cover by Ganimon. I've never known how to pronounce their name. Montes. Basically, every issue, once in a while, has like a different Ranger. I think issue 121 of Power Rangers comes with the cat.
Oh, okay.
Like the blue Omega Cat Ranger. So it's just a tradition to keep it around.
Okay, so it's just this is the next one in the line.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was gonna say, because for a split second I thought that was meant to be like his scar.
Yojimbo gets a power.
Yeah, no, but like also like the scar, like see how like there's a line across the eye on this, like because I don't know that suit, so
okay.
I would have thought. So Gar, next time you're at the comic book store, I want you to get me all of these, and I will pay them for them. I want one of each.
I'm looking at that cover with the helmet.
I mean,
I can see why you thought that, so.
Say again.
I mean, if you actually want me to, I will contact my guy.
No, for real. Like you tell me, and
comic guy.
You know.
All right.
What'd you say?
So it'll be.
Jerry was saying he understands why you thought that.
Oh yeah, I get you.
You could say that those two black streaks there are the rabbit ears.
It could be. Anyways, Gar.
So this one shot will be written by veteran Power Ranger writer Ryan Parrott. It'll be illustrated by Sean Daly. Colors by James Ferner. Crossover between Ronin Rabbit, everyone's favorite teenager's attitude. It'll be coming out in September, and once again, this is just a one shot.
Okay.
So it's a one and done. Quick synopsis. During a routine Rita Repulsa attack, the Rangers morph do something unexpected by hurling them back to Edo era of Japan. Upon arriving at the historic destination, the mysterious Osagawara begs the Rangers for their help. But the enemy they face isn't what they were expecting, and our band of heroes will have to face a painful revelation. Yes, thank you. If they want to save the day and return home. So is legit Power Rangers Turtles in Time.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Rangers in Time.
I wonder what their reaction's going to be when they oh my god, everyone's a furry.
I say yes.
And I shared in the group chat the Kevin Eastman cover for the Power Ranger Ninja Turtle crossover that he did.
That's a good one too. Power Rangers is really making its stride in comics these days, and I for one am all for it.
You say that as the current run is finally coming to an end after 8.5 years.
They'll keep doing others.
Oh yeah. They mentioned at San Diego Comic-Con we'll get something of an announcement.
So many crossovers are happening with Power Rangers.
Godzilla, Usagi, Ninja Turtles.
I mean, when you really think about it, Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles are like two of the coolest to fucking cross over with anything.
Hell yeah! Like they just work with everything.
Like not to derail, but there's a show on the History Channel called The Toys That Made America, and they legit had an episode where it was both Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers together.
Nice. That makes sense.
Like it started off with Ninja Turtles, and it showed like once they started to dwindle down, that's when Power Rangers made its move.
Mm-hmm. And who think it all started with a pilot?
Yeah, the Ninja Turtles using the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger like suits. It's just so fucking cool.
Picturing like they take, picturing in this comic, it might actually happen. They unmorph, and one of two things happens: either Usagi freaks the fuck out. What are you? Are you hairless apes? Or they're all been furified into their animal.
Oh,
how awesome would that be?
Oh no!
I just want a cameo from Gen, and are we happy with that?
I'd love it. Oh, Gen has to show up.
Scaly's.
Scalies aren't the worst things.
I guess.
All right. Forms of scaly.
Well, that is the news.
Nice. Woo!
All right, let's talk about Gotchard.
Gotchenko.
I love that the fucking opening spiel of the episode literally said to us, "Who said there's only one Hades King?"
To which you said,
"I guess technically you're correct."
Like, yeah,
no one did.
You were more like, no one asked if there was more than one Hades King.
Okay, I'm just gonna get this out of the way right now. Let's say this away. We have Giggist. We get introduced to Galia and Germain.
So we meet our two new evil overlords, Brett and Germain. Wait, no, sorry, I pronounced that wrong. It's Germain.
I honestly always heard German. Like,
fuck you, German.
Cassidy and Butch.
Kind of.
A little bit.
Which is funny because Boonboomger has the other Team Rocket.
Crossover.
So yeah, apparently this was a trinity of Hades Kings the whole time, and these two just didn't feel like showing up till now. There was a huge amount of lore dropped in this episode. Not only their existence, their appearance, but apparently Garion was a puppet that they made, and the thing that reached its weird little El Dorado claws and plucked him up like a chicken nugget and then ate him was this fucker.
Yep.
Wasn't expecting that.
And
like all of that, I believe. And then he's like, I'm the one that created alchemy. I'm like, okay, now you're just full of shit.
I created alchemy as a joke.
There's actually a fun little, I guess, lore or kind of tidbit about the three Dark Kings. So remember in the storybook, the creature on it with the three eyes?
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly that's like either just a fictionalized version of them three, or a form that all three of them can take.
Yeah, it's definitely them, the three of them in some capacity, because like each of them represents one of the three like golden orbs.
I guess.
But yeah, so the two of them show up and decide Giggist isn't getting the job done, so we're gonna step down, and apparently what they want is to evolve humanity and chemies into Malgams, as they see that as the next evolution of life.
Okay, Magneto.
Yeah.
I was thinking that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And when everyone's super, no one will be.
No one will be.
Everyone amalgam. Okay, so here's my question. How many times have they done this? Because this is something that you see in, like, some toku every now and then. Like, this is, like, what, the fourth? Like, no, we're the villains they've done in this show?
Yeah, because first it was the sisters, then it was Garion, then it was Giggist, and now it's the three of them.
How much you want to bet there will be one higher than them?
With only 10 episodes in the show left, I don't know if we have time for another tier of villain.
But do you think that would stop them in this show?
If at all, last episode.
That's what I mean, like, no, I am the creator. And, like, that'll be his name. Like,
it'll be some sort of, like, alchemy god beast coming through the sky out of nowhere. It's like, we have to use the base form power to kill it.
The final villain's gonna be Hotaro's dad.
He's still not around at all.
God. Well, yeah, because he's too busy not having a face.
But you know who is around? Renee's dad, who this whole fucking show has been sitting in a closet regenerating his HP.
Like obviously, I've missed a few episodes, so I was just, I guess they established that. No, apparently.
They did establish a while back that he wasn't dead, but
no, I know that, but like the idea that he was just hanging out there this whole time, like in the real world.
They said he was alive, but they never once addressed, like, okay, so where are you really if that thing that just got stabbed was a clone of you? Not once did anyone ask, where is my dad actually?
Turns out he was in a warehouse healing under a little...
He was in Sengoku Ryoma's secret lab, meditating and regenerating his HP. Like, my dude, we could have helped you. We're alchemists. We have fucking cure spells.
We have hospitals.
You could have went to the academy or something.
So he stayed at the pad in the academy.
Well, he was out. Well, to be fair, he was outlawed.
Was he?
But we discovered... Yeah. They unearthed that was a lie forever ago.
Okay. It is a bit like... It almost feels
I'm
like...
excited. Sorry.
It is a bit like they just needed him out. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. No, because so whenever they had episode 1 on the Bandai official channel Raw, I watched and I was thinking, oh, alchemists, alchemy. What if the bell itself, or some part of it, had the Philosopher's Stone?
And surprise, surprise! Sorry, go ahead.
No, let me have this, Ichi. Not only did we learn that there was a fraction of power in the belt was the Philosopher's Stone, I called it! The final form uses the Philosopher's Stone!
In a story with alchemists, you don't say.
You don't fucking say.
This, damn it!
Every time.
You can have it, but it's also absolutely something we all saw coming.
There was a Philosopher's Stone in the latest episode of Smiling Friends. I'm not kidding.
No, he's right. He's right.
Wow.
And the first Harry Potter book was called Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Oh my god!
It was the Sorcerer's Stone.
Man, I honestly cannot wait for the V Cinema where Hotaro's in 1930s America. And somehow Nazis get involved and then Renee comes back here.
Such a fucking weird movie, FMA.
Conqueror of Ball is weird, but I love it.
I will say the coolest scene in that movie though was just fucking Ed, like he's fighting off a bunch of dudes, and then he like claps his hands together and just goes, "Sorry,
old habits."
Yeah, that was good.
Cool.
Also, both main characters don't have a dad.
That's just a trope as old as time in Tokyo.
Yeah, that's just fiction in general.
Yeah. Daddy wasn't there.
Loki, same dad, different issues.
Dead be dead. Daddy didn't love me.
So, I love that. Apparently, they decided to power up Clotho again, but they just put her hair down.
They turned her into Super Melina.
That was it.
At some point, she's gonna end up looking like Cynthia.
Although I do like how she's so adamant getting Laxus back, because when they fought, we get Galvarad again.
Yeah, we had Galvarad versus Ironclad.
The best. Ryan.
I do like because she gets knocked out of Galvarad, and she's like, all Clotho's like, "Oh, you betrayed us, but I want my sister back." And Laxus' response is, "You're nothing but you're a beast without a soul."
Yeah. I think the funniest bit in the whole episode is the several minutes where Hotaro thought that his mom cooked Nijigan and turned him into chicken.
Oh yeah. Like, I love how he's looking for Nijigan, and she says, "Oh, I made this chicken," and it looked delicious, by the way.
Yeah.
It looked wonderful. I wanted some. And yes, this shot in the chat, that was hilarious. But like,
oh no, the chain is gay.
You wouldn't.
And then like Hopper 1 like pokes himself out of the bag, and he's just like, Hopper 1, and he's like, yeah, you're right.
Surely not.
couldn't be. And it was very funny because like the mom started eating the very very delicately, very ladylike, like fork and knife. I was hoping she would just tear that leg off like a fucking Skeksis and just
tastes like Pride Month.
Just starts breathing rainbow fire.
Oh. Excuse me.
Again, to quote that scene from the Knuckles show, just rainbow.
Spanner had an interesting line this episode where apparently what he wants is a world where not only riders aren't needed, but the chemis won't exist either.
I'm just gonna say
it's probably because Spanner realized ever since he became a rider, life fucking sucks.
Yeah, that's what happens when you don't get any new forms.
Also, I'm just gonna say it. Fuck Spanner. Spanner's stupid.
He bought the upgrade and immediately hated it.
Like, I mean, Spanner, like, I don't think he's saying I don't want common riders to exist. Like, I think what he's saying is I don't want there to be a need for, like if the world, because, you know, it's a real question they ask in a lot of superhero fiction. Like, the fact that, like, there are these super threats that's not a good thing.
Yeah.
And, like, so the fact that you need superheroes in and of itself is not a good thing.
Yeah.
You know?
No.
Because the perfect world doesn't need a Superman.
Exactly.
Because this perfect world begins and ends with gone.
Would have been also kind of hilarious, going back, quickly with the chicken, if it was made of on the just breaks her teeth. I wasn't expecting it to be like that.
No, it tastes like cheap plastic.
Now on Premium Bad Day.
Delicious.
Premium Bad Day, Potaro's mom chicken.
Calling it that makes it sound like it's made of his mom.
Oh no!
I'd eat her. Wait.
I bet you would.
Ringate first.
I mean, you know.
Although it's funny, like it's supposed to be dramatic. Like, oh no, where's Nijigun? He's gone. I feel like they only had Nijigun disappear for the sake of, hey, let's use Platinum one more time.
Yeah. No, for real. Like, that felt so out of place for, like, oh no, we're missing one, the hijinks.
Oh no, we can't do final form.
Well, it's because he was affected by Spanner saying he's essentially a weapon, basically a tool.
I don't know why. I can just picture it being like a Bill Murray thing of just like, I'm going to Hotaro's place to eat his mom. I'm going to Hotaro's place to eat his mother's cooking.
Got her.
Safety. We also get battles versus the fucking Germain, whoever fucking spawns amalgam literally out of nothing but rocks in the earth.
Okay, and we didn't really talk about this. I love their designs.
The design is good.
Like, both of them, and also the golem. I really like the golem. That was badass looking.
And I got
the long coat.
I gotta say, Germain, whoever the fuck, he was fucking living in that scene.
Oh yeah,
that whole episode. He is there. He is in character. He is living his life. I loved him.
Oh yeah. Rene and Atropos are now bound by Pinky Promise Law.
Oh no, they've done a Yubikiri.
There's nothing more unbreakable than a pinky promise.
Where's Toma when you need him?
Does this mean Atropos is actually gonna get her own redemption arc? Is she gonna turn good?
I think that's what they're aiming for with all the sisters, honestly. They're all
Kamen Rider Atropos.
If they do it, I want her to still be short while henshined.
That'd be the best.
Let's get fucking the rebirth of Pretty Deno.
Speaking of henshins, Kamen Rider Wind this episode literally transformed, did nothing.
5 seconds.
Wind blows. There, I said it.
There's wind, and he's gone.
I wanted to bring up quickly. Did we know what happened to the Dread Driver, or is just no one using it anymore?
I think it's just in the storage closet at the moment.
Which sucks because Dread was the coolest thing.
Yeah, like Minato tried to fight and immediately got his ass kicked, and I'm like, don't you wish you were still Kamen Rider Dread?
Like that. Like, sorry, Gar.
What? Oh,
like that's still to me one of the coolest ideas that, and like they didn't really, I don't know if they ever really went with it. Like the idea of like it's an empty shell, and when it is, it's like in like pain and like primal like fear. Like that's interesting to me.
Yeah.
There's always a need for dread.
I think they gave it to the Academy higher ups and it's locked up somewhere.
Well, I'll tell you what happened to it. The pre-orders shut down for it, and it's already been released, so we have no desire to keep using it in the show.
I was fully
painted for the final villain belt.
I was fully ready for you to go. The pre-order numbers didn't meet expectations, so Dread is canceled.
Could have been that also.
Yeah. Dread, I hardly knew her.
Dreader, hardly knew her.
You both tried.
There's only
also
one, there's only one Dread I like, and that's Judge Dread.
The higher ups are fucking idiots.
I mean, that's just
goes without saying.
Yeah.
Sorry, John.
And the sky is blue.
It's like, you collected all the chemis. Now give it to us. It's like, oh yeah,
give us all the Pokemon.
We're talking about this, like on our chat, me, Gars, and Lanes and Paul's. About it. Like it sucks how like for the SH figure arts of Godzilla and Kong. Like Lane, why don't you say it? Because this pissed you off the most.
Oh, okay, yeah. So in like Godzilla, Kong, whatever, like that. Like if you watch the New Empire, like Kong gets like an artificial tooth. So apparently they just announced like the monster arts of Shimo.
Yeah.
It comes with a Kong head with the artificial tooth. So, and then if you want to recreate Kong at the end of that movie with like the beast glove and everything, you need to buy 3 separate monster arts. You need to get Kong, Scar King, and Shimo.
Which, if you like all of them, that's great. But as I said, wow, so the true monster is capitalism.
Yes.
And that seems to be what's going on here with Dread.
Absolutely.
That's God-given fact.
Monster arts are fucking expensive, so you'd be spending almost close to $1,000 just to recreate one figure.
$1,000 for those 3?
No.
They're like roughly like 200 each or something. But
okay, so like after like tax and conversion and shipping and customs probably approaches it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, hey, look, awesome figures, awesome monsters. If you got the money, why not? But
damn,
goddamn.
And then Cell just explained it to me in the most simplest way possible. He's like, or you just get the Kong figure, paint his tooth, and you're good. And I'm like,
fix.
Yeah.
Get out the gunmetal Sharpie.
There you go. Exactly.
Or
just get a Gundam marker.
We could rob the factory.
Yeah.
I do have a new grapple.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's illegal, but go for it anyway.
What's wrong?
Of course, it's illegal.
What's wrong, honey? You barely touched your SH Monster Arts Kong final version. Except the two.
You know what?
So why are you dressing all black?
Here's a nice little production note. This episode was directed by Koichi Sakamoto, and it was written by Akio Inoue. Where, if you didn't know, Inoue is the daughter of, I can't remember his name at the moment. Other Inoue.
Toshihiko?
Inoue.
Yeah, Toshihiko.
That Inoue? Don Brothers Inoue?
He refuses to work. He refuses to work with Sakamoto. So imagine his daughter just going up and be like, hey, let's collab. Let's do something. Me and you, one-on-one.
Let's piss off my daddy.
Together.
Yeah.
You guys, I wish you could have just seen, though, Ichi's face when he made the connection to Dawn Brothers. I've never seen a human being just lose faith so fast.
Ichi, when you said that, I took the wrong one to your drink.
like it was like a fucking manga panel where his face just grayed over.
All right, so yeah, really good episode. These new villains are interesting. I look forward to seeing what they do next.
Yeah, I made a point while we were watching, and I think Gotchard in general, if this is a kid's first Kamen Rider, I can see them liking the show a lot and making them a fan of Kamen Rider in general. And when they get older, they have that moment where they go back to Gotchard and I still like it because of what it is, but I understand it's not the best.
Yeah.
It's like how I feel with like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, honestly.
Yeah, like I was saying to you when we were talking about that, this show is very bright and colorful and gimmicky and collectible and yeah, it would make a good entry point for a child or like young tokusatsu fan.
Wait. The Kamen Rider girls are doing a cameo rap?
So
what? Oh my god!
No. So in next week's episode, we're Gotchard brothers. Yeah, we're gonna have a plot with the actual Kamen Rider girls.
Wait, can I?
Cool.
That's who that was?
Yes!
Oh no! An actual cameo rap?
Ichi does not like the Kamen Rider girls.
No, he does not like the Kamen.
Why?
It's not that I don't like them, it's just that there's nothing they've done that I've heard has been super interesting.
Was the band?
No, they made that banger ass fucking song in for Gaim where it was like so excited. I fucking love that song.
That's the only song they've made that I was remotely interested by.
So good.
Oh, and fun fact, Decker posted the screenshot. One of the construction workers is Fire from Winspector.
Oh,
really?
shit.
Oh, here, can I see that?
Oh, fuck, Space Squad is coming back.
Holy shit. Okay, because
there's your Metal Hero connection.
Soul Brain.
No,
interesting.
No, guys, legit. Space Squad ended with the tease of Fire coming back from Winspector.
What?
Oh shit, Space Squad might finally be coming back.
Oh shit.
Gar, your powers are working. Watch out! Gar, use your powers. Stop it.
Oh, Spaceballs is coming back too. Josh Gad. We're finally getting Spaceballs 2 to search for more money.
Did it.
Or as Decker says, Space Squate!
The Space Squad is real.
I didn't know that the Kamen Rider Girls was a band.
Yeah.
So what I thought you meant was that all the girls from Gotchard were going to sing the cameo rap, and I'm like, so wait, Renge's going to be rapping, you said?
When we were watching the episode, you saw that, and we were like, oh look, they're doing an Idol episode, and I had a mini aneurysm inside.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
The cameos.
Kamen Girls have been around for a long time.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're an actual band that do various insert themes for the Rider franchise.
Cool.
And speaking of Sentai, the Gotchard clones are growing.
This is a good shot. Like that's a fun shot.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a Sakamoto shot. You can tell that's a Sakamoto shot.
Yeah.
And Decker, Ant Wrestler.
There's some of the Kamen Rider girls.
Yeah. Oh my.
And fun fact, I believe in the picture, I think only one of them is still an original member.
Wow.
Yep.
All right.
Welcome
Very
to
cool.
Gang.
Very cool. Bring us in.
Speaking of new members, it's time to boom boom.
Boom change.
Yeah.
It's the debut of BunViolet.
Hell
He's
yeah.
fucking dope. He's so cool.
He's kind of an asshole, but I look forward to seeing what he does next.
Okay.
I mean, you'd be an asshole too if you had to wear purple.
Okay, no. I can summarize Mr. Homer Asakito's character in one sentence. Anything you can boon, I can boon better. I can boon anything better than you.
That's why you wanted to be on this episode. You.
Wow.
Yes!
You motherfucker.
What's wrong with purple? Nothing's wrong with purple. Except, okay, sorry to derail. I've been listening to the Ready Player 2 audiobook, and they had to fight off a bunch of variations of Prince. As in, like, the singer.
The artist formerly known as Prince?
Yes.
My darkest joke
Like
I ever
Purple
made.
Rain's playing a lot while they're doing it.
Yeah.
The darkest joke, that was one of the darkest jokes I ever made when Prince actually passed away. I was like, oh, so now he's actually the artist formerly known as Prince. And my friend was like, dude!
Lane, the greatest joke you've ever made, I don't know if we can say it here, was like, I think I high-fived you. It involved your dad.
Oh
yeah.
Lane, that was the best thing I've ever heard.
Well, we're gonna say it or just cock tease
Can
everyone?
I just say it? Like, do you remember what it was, Lane? Okay, it was right out here, and this was when we had a bunch of people over, like Chuck, Kevin, and everyone, and like we're all talking, and Lane did interrupt Chuck, and Chuck said, "Lane, please don't interrupt me," and Lane said, "Chuck, did your dad die today?"
Oh.
And I high-fived him.
I remember that.
Yeah. I love you, Dad. I miss you so much.
I think my favorite thing that someone has said all today was Cell looking at Homura Sagito and just declaring that he was dressed like a Kingdom Hearts character.
He was! Oh my god!
He was so close to having the fucking Recusant Sigil X on his shirt, but one of the X points wasn't there.
If you have more than one zipper on your person, you're approaching Kingdom Hearts, sir.
I mean, he had pockets on his fucking pants that were straight out of Sora's Kingdom Hearts 2 outfit.
That is a pretty good shot.
I got it. When you boon away, you won't hear me say,
yeah. That's all I got.
But yes, this is the debut of Homura Sagito, BunViolet, and his compatriot, Boon Diesel, or Boon Diesel.
Boondy.
Voiced by motherfucking Manabu from Yu-Gi-Oh!, who I get to hear talk twice a week now going forward.
Thank you, Dad.
It's about family.
Family.
I actually liked the voice that he had because, like, it wasn't what I was expecting, but in a good way. Like,
for a character named after fucking Vin Diesel, that's absolutely not the voice you expect.
Yeah.
No.
I was expecting more of like a Deneb type of voice.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But no, the reason why I did that joke was because that's basically what he was doing was just like, oh hey, you gotta know that one thing you're good at? I'm gonna do it better than you.
He literally shows up at everyone's job and outdoes them except for Taya, and then him and Taya get into a fucking fight about it.
Because they're like, no, I'm better than you.
Is it kind of annoying that you know what, I'm gonna straight up say it, I don't like him.
Really?
Valid.
I can see it. Like, I thought he was funny. That's why I was like...
I thought he was an absolute fucking asshole, but I'm entertained by him.
That's what I mean. He is an asshole. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Also,
like,
I don't realize we could use the morphers to activate the Speed Force.
Yeah, so we learned in this episode because we begin, I guess, with them training for the Grand Prix. And just, this mysterious F1-shaped energy projection just speeds past the highway dimension. And we learned that, there's literally a thing called the Boom Boom signal.
Which is just like the energy signature of Boonboomger equipment.
And the violet energy projection share the exact same signal. Who would have fucking thought?
I just love that the opening of the episode was them practicing racing in the highway dimensions, and they're all like using their gimmick attack.
Yeah, I like that.
Mira's in the shovel one and does like a hop with it, and then Taya comes up behind her and drafts her with racing.
I like how much they're keeping up with that aspect of the show. They're not like just throwing it away after a little.
Yeah, which is good because we hadn't seen the highway dimension in one or two recent episodes.
They're using that well. Like they're using it the right amount, I think.
Yeah, so Bune Mach shows up, or at least like in energy form, and then just fucking pulses them all away.
Yeah.
And while they were in that scene where they're all like bandaged up and recovering, Cell made particular mention of the weird shirt Joe was wearing.
Oh, I need that shirt he's wearing.
All the weird faces on it.
Yeah, they're all wearing... I kind of have a shirt like that. It's not the same style, but it's like... I think you've seen it before. It's like where all those like characters that are wearing sunglasses.
Yeah.
I just want... I want Joe's shirt. That's all.
I just want Joe. So
yes.
I have to give immense props to Yarukar this episode.
Oh my god.
For actually mouthing the fuck off at Cannonborg.
That was great.
That's so good.
What did he say again?
He was like, why don't you go modify your mouth?
Yeah. Like, damn.
I mean,
why'd you modify these
It's
nuts
not the first time, but it's funny when he does it.
It is.
Why don't you customize my dick?
Yarukar,
or do that, you need to install the right CDs.
Yarukar is a fucking sassy ass bitch, and I'm fucking here for it.
He's a cat.
Why
He's catty.
don't you modify yourself to be a tree and leave?
What was it you were saying a second ago, Lane? Or Cell?
Call me Lane. No, it's like, it's lost. Don't worry about it.
I was gonna let you make the CD's nuts joke.
That's it.
Moments passed. Moving on. So Cannonball places an order on Space Amazon, and it gets delivered by Sakito. So over the course of this episode, we find out that he's basically a space contractor, doing various jobs and getting hired for things. And apparently, he was kidnapped from the planet Earth at the age of 10, and then picked up by scavengers. So it's fucking Star-Lord.
He's just Star-Lord.
No. You guys say Star-Lord. My brain goes to Flash, man.
You would.
To go with the Sentai reference.
Wait, Gar, here's the question. Which star would be sent to?
The Speed Racer star.
Of course you would say that.
Lane's gotten me on a Speed Racer kick recently.
What? Oh, okay, cool.
But here's the thing. Like we learned, he's a contractor. He does all these dirty deeds. He just does these things. What's the first thing Cannonball asked him to deliver from Space Amazon? A fucking sword.
Which is an evil Boon Boom killer version of Boon Boom Classic.
Which I think that's going to be theater exclusive.
It's definitely going to be a weapon that Boon Killer Robo uses.
No? Oh, okay. No, apparently not. I might have that wrong. I swear I saw some sort of promotional tie-in for that thing.
Becker says that's a police one.
I also liked Violet's, like, when he was fucking with him, because, like, everything he did was, like, it was so petty.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, again, like, oh, this guy is just a petty bitch. I love it.
He pulls a Spider-Man 3 with Mira at her work.
A Spider-Man 1.
I haven't watched the first one in forever.
It was
lit.
No,
40.
To the
took them
point
40 tries to get that.
To the point of I do genuinely think that was meant to be an homage, because, like, it was the exact, like, caught her, then caught everything on the board. Like,
yeah.
And what did he do to the what did he do to Joe? Like,
Joe, he just there's a balloon stuck in the tree. Don't worry,
that was it.
Fuck you.
Yeah,
freaking spin dash up there.
He fucks with Genba by delivering the thing Genba was delivering.
Somehow. So now there's two of said thing.
Stalks Ishiro.
He just stalks Ishiro. I'm like, what could he possibly do to Ishiro? He just stalks him creepily.
I think what they're trying to imply is that
he's a better spy.
He got the drop on him.
Yeah.
Yeah. He outspied him.
There's the evil police one.
That's what evil police. So regular police.
Got him.
All cops are kaijus.
But what's funny is that
so cute.
What's funny, whenever Sakito gives him the sword, Ken never treats it reverence. I was like, oh, it's a legendary sword. It was forged on this planet. I'm like,
Planet Reflector.
Great, this sword's gonna. Yeah, I'm like, great. This sword's gonna be plot relevant. Good to know.
Yeah. I will say, like, the scene where Violet and Bundi delivered the sword to the Hashirians, I was kind of getting the vibe that, like, for the next few episodes, BunViolet was going to be working with the Hashirians against the other Boonboomgers, and I kind of hope we at least get something similar to that.
I feel like they might do something to that effect. Like, not like he's openly, like...
He's definitely antagonizing them.
Yeah, he's not, like, openly a villain at them, but, like, you know, maybe he'll do the whole, I'll just fight whoever.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care.
Hire me.
Yeah, exactly.
I fight for the highest bidder.
That could be
he's the third, he's like the third, like...
His own faction.
Organization. Yeah, his own faction.
Yeah.
The faction of me and me alone, because no one spies like Gaston or saves balloons like Gaston. His controller is a changer as well, like Gaston.
Nice. Fulfill the call quota.
I'm especially good at expectorating.
But hey, asshole 6. We haven't had that in a while.
Yeah.
Is me.
Now, you're not the 6th.
I am a bit. I will say I am a bit disappointed that the concept of the 6th Ranger has now gotten to the point where BunViolet's not even like hyped up or anything. It's just sort of, all right, I'm here.
He just fucking shows up.
Yeah, I was actually like that weirded me out because I'm like that's not like how you would reveal this kind of character usually. Like when he morphs later in the episode, that felt like what normally would be the first time you see that outfit.
Yeah.
And like, shall we talk about?
But we see him in Ranger form several times before we see him morph,
and it's so casual.
Yeah,
like which
it's weird.
I mean,
straight up.
I mean, heck, it's funny when we see him at Kenshin for the first time. When he walks up to the fight scene, there's like, he's like, oh yeah, you wouldn't recognize me in this form. You recognize me as this. And Ichi, you want to talk about the henshin now?
It wasn't stock, and I was kind of sad, but knowing this show, we'll see the stock version very soon.
I loved that, like, the music that plays, like, while he's transforming. It's just fucking Eurobeat music.
It's Eurobeat music!
Yeah.
That's so awesome!
It's pretty great. Those are the Formula One angle.
I do like how we have like the normal boom boom, like the more gruff boom boom for the booster, and then you hear a Bune, Bune Bune, Bune Bune Bune.
Yeah, this is how we differentiate him from the others. They all have Boon Boom, and even though he has Boon Boom on his suit, his gimmick is Bune Bune.
And it might be the sub I watch. But the sub for that, when he said the phrase, was Bune Boom Change.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's a good question that the Discord's asking. So, like, the others are the Boonboomgers, and he uses Bune for his henshin and for his robot and for so much in his arsenal. So why does he still call himself BunViolet?
There's a
trademark recognition.
There's a possible chance they just want to fuck with you. It's not impossible.
I mean, we know from this announcement that we read on the news a couple weeks back that he came up with the name Boonboomger completely separately from them, which is why in this episode he's like, "Oh, Earth has Boonboomgers too?" So we're gonna have that incident of, "I came up with Boonboomger, no, I did," and then we're gonna have to figure out how we settle this in court.
Ty's gonna Ty's gonna just bring up. Copyright, bitch.
Secret DLC case for the upcoming re-release of Ace Attorney Investigations.
But, okay, no, but hang on. So Bundario made the Boom Boom controller, he said, because he's like, oh, I made it to like help increase my speed, and then
that's some other interesting lore.
I threw it out. But if you look on the Boom Boom controller, underneath the screen, it says Boonboomger. So he probably picked it up because it was junk, and he looked at it and he's like, Boonboomger, eh?
That sounds just stupid enough.
Have you guys ever maybe considered that maybe he's illiterate?
You know what? I didn't, and you could be right.
It'd be a shitty kidnapped when he was 10.
I mean, to be fair,
I feel like kids know how to read by age 10. I
didn't.
I was reading at age 3.
I was reading at age 5.
Nice. I was actually legit like illiterate for a long time. There could have been a problem with me. But then when I learned how to read, I dove into it.
The fucking Gatling attack was so fucking
cool.
That was the raddest shit! I'm so hyped for the changer!
Shall we talk about that for a minute? Like the changer?
The Boon Boom controller! As I said last week, my new favorite changer in all of Sentai!
I like it. I like the video game aspect. I like that it's a bow. Like that. I think it looks cool. I like Violet in general, like the whole look of them.
The unfortunate part is there is no possible pose the human body can make that would make holding it look cool. I'm sorry.
But
we tried.
Not only is this probably your... I mean, they're probably going to do this more in the other episodes. He's previously, with that controller, he's a speedster, but just the fact that not only do we get a pretty cool fight scene, in my opinion, with the freaking arrow minigun, we get his character theme.
Yes, and it's a good song.
Yep.
I'll just say this about the controller, and which I'll let Lindsay Ellis say it for me.
I hate it.
Thanks, I hate it.
You know, hardcore gamer like us score.
Yeah. You don't get it, Dad.
It's too clunky.
This is not the clunkiest changer I've ever seen.
So. This is designed. I don't know about anyone else, but the vibe I get looking at this is I think it was designed based on the Dreamcast controller, which is clunky.
Well,
you know, the other changers in the show are all like, tiny, and it's like tiny wrist mounted things. It's easy to carry around. This thing feels like it's an eyesore. And like you said, there's no way to actually pose with it.
And he has nothing to holster it in, so he just has to hold it while he's fighting. That's the only aspect of this whole power set that doesn't land right.
And like when it turns into the bow mode, it's like, okay, that's cool. But when it's not an actual like full size like bow and arrow prop, it looks so fucking dinky.
It also is really fucking weird that like in bow mode, he's holding it by the arm of the bow, the part that would be bending on a bow. No one would ever actually hold a bow like that. There would be a handle in the middle part to hold.
But it's a Sentai changer, it's a video game controller, so it's
They
so
could have
cool.
easily put a handlebar under the bottom of it to hold, then it would be more like a crossbow.
Wait a minute.
And yeah, like as he was fighting, that it pointed out to me, holy shit! The last 4 years have been nothing but weapon changers for the 6th Ranger.
But that's not unheard of.
Yeah.
It's just been a trend, is all.
It's just been a trend, and it feels like a budget constraint of like, all right, does he like Germain Silver? He had a wrist changer and a signature weapon. So nowadays, it's like, no, you gotta cut the middleman.
Cell's gonna hate me for this so much. Like, I love the Boonboomger controller. It's fucking awesome. It still doesn't beat the Ninja Star Burger for me.
No, you would,
Lane. I literally was gonna make
the Burger Morver is fucking peak.
Lane, I literally was gonna make the joke that, like, to Gar, at least it's not as bad as the Burger Morver.
I mean, it could be. It could be worse. They could change the sidearm weapon to become a morpher.
Oh,
listen.
Ninja Steel did.
Listen, speaking as the resident 6th Ranger, I like when the morpher is a weapon.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, it doesn't always succeed. I mean, look at fucking Geardelinger is what it was called. What a fucking disaster of a design.
Hey, Ichi, here's a question for you.
Uh-huh.
It would never happen, but if it did, how would you feel if one day in any universe they announce a memorial Boonboomger controller?
Oh, fuck, man. I would be on board. Especially since, as the Discord apparently revealed, apparently the left side D-pad buttons are all just one button, and the right side buttons are all just one button, and the sequence that happens just depends on the sequence on whether you push left button or right button in whatever order to get the certain combos.
Yeah, it's not.
What a fucking disappointment.
Can't win them all, I guess.
I knew it was not gonna be that insane.
Well, it is meant to be a kid's toy.
Exactly. It's still gonna do what it needs to do, so...
Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing with it, but it just is disheartening to feel, to hear that it won't be as... Like, there isn't as much freedom with it as I wanted.
At least you get to be happy that you didn't have to pay for it.
Yes.
Because I got it for you for your birthday.
And I appreciate you so much for it.
Yeah, man. I got one for myself. So I literally pre-ordered both of ours at the same time in like the same order. So I can't get mine until I come to visit him again.
Player 1 and Player 2 controllers.
Hey.
Okay, so what else about the episode do we talk about?
Oh, you like the monster.
The fucking legendary sword was then immediately ignition into the sword Maju, which was badass.
Yeah, you look cool. Again, the show's doing really well with the monsters.
Which had the most broken ability of every time basically you hit it, it absorbed the damage and just became stronger.
And somehow Sakito figured out immediately how to get around that. We just hit it in the same spot repeatedly to break it down.
Well, I liked Taya's whole take on it at first. All right, punches and sword strikes won't work. What if we shoot him? And also, this happened.
I mean, good try. It didn't work, but good try. And yeah, he spawned a fucking trampoline tire to fall on. What the hell is that?
Which I was thinking, like, before, we saw that it turned into a big cushion. I was like, yes, I'll land on the metal part of the tire. That'll soften the blow.
This might be the funniest actual individual Super Sentai ability I've ever seen.
It's pretty fun.
To spawn a pillar to fall on.
such a weird thing to be impressed by, though. But like given like Toei's like CGI or whatever like that they use, I'm impressed and surprised that they actually made an effect of him like landing on the thing, sinking into it. You can see it sinking.
Oh,
I was like, holy shit, Toei.
Tara Wolf spelled out what I hadn't realized. It's an airbag.
Oh my god.
It's an airbag.
Came out of his ass.
His ass bag.
It's the ass bag.
Although, no, it's funny. I initially thought when I watched the episode, I'm like, okay, he's gonna make a big tires and like gonna turn the tire to kind of like slow down his fall. Nope. Fucking airbag.
Also, another thing that you and I sort of lost at was when Sakito did his whole like drive on his ass thing.
Yeah, people were posting screenshots of it earlier, but the weirdest shit, but somehow also badass moment where BunViolet flipped up onto his wheels and used his controller as an actual F1 racer controller steering wheel, and then just like raced himself at the enemy to attack it.
It was pretty good.
There was a couple of seconds where the camera was pointed in just such a way that it looked like BunViolet was the main character of a kart racing game, which I think was absolutely on purpose.
You know what I call that finisher?
Hmm?
That finisher is what I like to call, hey, he told the sword German to F1 himself.
That should be the name of the episode, F1 yourself.
Alright.
Oh, well, I'm trying to find who designs the Hashirians, and I just find this little tidbit on them. Due to various constraints, the group did not have a hideout and was inspired by the greed from Kamen Rider O's, the Roid Mutes from Kamen Rider Drive, and very similar to Team Rocket from the Pokemon series, which the main writer had previously worked on.
The Greed absolutely had a base. They had that big fancy mansion.
Well, no, before
right.
that though, they just roam.
All
Yeah,
right.
and the Roid Mutes just used like they were in like a hologram thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I remember.
I can't seem to find like an art director.
So we see BunViolet do his Gatling attack. He turns himself into the race car. He keeps hitting the same spot, and then he does his Hisatsu Bun Arrow Drive, which was also super badass.
Yeah, that was awesome. And we didn't get a giant fight this episode, right?
Nope, because Mach Robo will be debuting next episode.
There you go.
But Cannonborg got the sword again.
Yep, which means Boon Killer Robo will be using it shortly.
Will return. And then we get the whole like ending of what the whole reason he's here for. He wants to meet the guy who made the controller.
Yeah,
right.
Which is Bundorio Bunderas.
Mm-hmm. And we also find out. Go ahead.
Go on, Sal.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I love how we get. Oh hey, Bundario and Bundi are rivals. Immediate cut to the ending.
Yep.
That happened both times with these episodes. There was just
really awkward cuts to the ending.
Well, I wouldn't say awkward. I'd say hard. Like just we're still in the rising action of it all. You know, almost like a two-parter.
I'm looking forward to finding out the finer details of this rivalry between Boon Boon and Bun.
Oh God! I just realized what's gonna happen.
And
Dario's voiced by Ash, right?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Diesel's is Gary. Okay. Oh dear.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah, we see that
I love your brain cell.
Boon mentions that Bundi was always ahead of him when they raced back before the story.
Like Gary.
Yeah.
I think I cracked the code here.
Oh my god. So Bundario is red, and oh my god, Bundi is blue.
Hold on, I'm gonna look up what else this voice actor's done.
If he does the voice of Gary.
I have to look this up.
Oh dear.
So
while you're looking at
one at a time, guys.
Let me get this out of the way real quick, Gar. Blue was a champion, and so was Bundi.
Yes, Gar?
So I looked up the character designer for Boonboomger. Kazuhiko Shinamoto, he is also best known for making the Ganma in Kamen Rider Ghost.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Those are good designs.
It's good work. BunD
And for
is
Lane.
Ty from Adventure Reboot.
It doesn't look like any Pokemon comes up.
Could you imagine?
And
if it
Lane,
wasn't?
he also,
Oh!
Go.
Voice of Ty from Digimon.
Yeah, no, that's what he just said.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
It's Ash versus Ty!
Oh.
Oh my
Oh! We've cracked the code!
We're here,
god!
people.
Amazing.
The rivalry returns.
Oh my god!
And then they throw in a third guy who's voiced by Monster Rancher, but he goes away.
By Genki?
I love Genki.
I'm Genki! My name means energy, and I've got lots of it.
Oh.
Listen,
Wait
that
a
man-
minute.
No,
Wait
that
a minute.
kid took down fucking giant monsters with roller skate kicks. It was
Thanks
awesome.
a lot.
Hey, Ichi.
Yeah.
We got Ash, we got Tai, and Bakugan.
The Holy Trinity.
so when are we going to get Chaotix into this?
Yes! Wait, when we get Tyson, get the Beyblade in here.
And where's Iki?
What, season 1, 2, or 3, Tyson?
It's funny that you mentioned Ichi from Metabots because I've seen people taking apart the toy of Bun Mach Robo. It basically is a fucking Metabot. All of its shell armor comes off and it's got the tin pad underneath.
Oh my.
Okay, the thumbnail next week needs to be this picture, but just put Bundorio's head over Ash and Boon Diesel's head over fucking Ty.
Oh yeah. That does look very Metabots, yeah.
Oh my god.
That's cool.
How would you do that?
Okay, yeah, to clarify, apparently he's only Ty in Tri and Kizuna.
Yeah, that's fine.
But that's close enough.
It's Ty and Ash. Like,
We take these. The old voice of Ash and the new voice of Ty.
oh, it gets deeper, people. Whoa.
Oh, what is happening?
Yeah, see, look, it looks like a Metabot. All of its shell armor comes off.
But where's the metal?
It goes in the back.
Oh, okay. Anyways, fun episode, right?
Yeah, so next week, something about machos, Sakito asks to get hired, and then the debut of Mach Robo.
We see those bodybuilders again that we've been seeing in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, the one from that other episode with the sauna dude, I think.
Yeah. Like, who
Yasunori
are these
returns.
guys? Who are these guys?
They just live near the studio.
They're just like posing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get a lot of.
One was recently Ultraman.
I feel like that's gonna be this next week's fetish is the whole like weightlifting thing.
Yeah.
Because we're seeing a lot of people in spandex suits weightlifting there.
I mean,
Much
this
like in
is-
the next pilot we're about to talk about.
I completely forgot that I had seen this already until we watched it. Oh my god.
And I had never seen it before.
Power Rangers, the lost episode.
Oh
I've
my.
only seen the other pilot.
So this was apparently a special that aired in the middle of the airing of Power Rangers Lost Galaxy.
Like, I had no idea that this is what we were going to watch. I thought we were just watching the episode.
Just the pilot episode.
But no, we were watching a special which was hosted by
Austin St. John and Walter Jones.
And Walter Jones. And I was like, what is this? Like, because it's not just, what we watched was not just the pilot. It was also like, I guess,
a clip show kind of thing.
A clip show and a bit of
the history of the Power Rangers.
Very briefly.
I love how they said it was, here's the history of the Power Rangers in under a minute. Absolutely went several minutes.
Definitely was not under a minute. And like, not only that, it's also, and now a tribute to all the Power Rangers, which was literally just
another clip show.
Like, wow, interesting format for this.
And also, why the fuck was every other scene during the opening narration just like killed in frame rate?
Yeah,
did they think that was a cool effect? Because it's not.
I think that's exactly what happened. They thought it was cool. What I loved is, oh hey, look, check it out, we're here. It's us, Jason and Zach together. Here we have the Gold Ranger suit. Here we have a random monster
that no one remembers.
I could not tell you which monster that. I don't even know if it was from Mighty Morphin. Probably wasn't. That was
I was gonna say Gar's about to tell us who it was because he knows.
Yeah, it's currently here somewhere. Where is it? Cat Zord from Power Rangers Turbo.
Of course!
From Turbo?
It's my favorite.
All right.
So
first, oh shit, it was in 2 episodes.
Mm.
So you know it was good.
Huh.
Oh, it was Rygog's like giant mech.
Evil Zord.
Yeah.
Oh, that thing?
Yeah, I was gonna say I remember that vaguely. So yeah, this was the special that they used to air the previously unaired pilot episode of Mighty Morphin, and most of the fandom is at least vaguely aware that this was the one where Trini was played by not Thuy Trang, but Audrey Dubois.
Yeah. And it was funny because they actually said it in the opener itself. They're like,
Yeah.
the biggest difference being, like, something like that.
Yeah.
And quick thing about Audrey Dubois. So on the night I'd been watching the topic, of course, I looked up her act to see if she did anything. Apparently, she left for the same reason that Thuy Trang, Walter Jones, Austin John would have left.
I was gonna mention that. We were looking up her on the wiki after we watched it. She left. She got fired from the show for asking for a pay increase.
That sounds like early Power Rangers.
From a show that hadn't even aired an episode yet.
I'll give her that. That takes brass balls. Didn't work out, but balls.
But hey, the fact that she has appeared at Power Morphicon a few times.
Oh yeah, we even found her. We found her Instagram, and she has listed in her bio original Yellow Power Ranger '92.
God.
Yeah, I love how it we wait till 1999 to see the first pilot from 1992.
Yep.
Well, technically, this is the second pilot.
Yes, there was one before that we saw like a teaser trailer of a while back.
And again, I'm not sure if that had a pilot or...
Oh, we'll get to Zoltar! We'll get to Zoltar!
Don't worry. Don't worry.
So,
we'll get there.
History with Gar.
Go ahead.
Yep.
Oh my god.
All right. So as we all know, Haim Saban was in Japan at the time, and he discovered Chodenshi Bioman on television, and he thought, this is really cool. Let's bring it over. Like, I want to try and bring it over, because at the time he was good at getting like cheap dubs done of anime. So he made an entire pilot, which I think is now just known as the Galaxy Rangers pilot. Carried it around for like a decade, did not go anywhere. It wasn't until he went to Fox. This is a very
They'll buy anything.
Yeah, where the person who was in charge of the kids programming there also worked with Stan Lee, who also had the same idea of bringing the Super Sentai shows over to the West with American actors. So that led to this pilot, and there are technically 3 pilots for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
What the fuck?
God.
Just 18 more pilots to go.
There was 3?
And for those that don't know, a pilot is essentially... So what would be the
sales
best way to
pitch.
describe a pilot? Yeah,
Well, actually,
it is
you just
essentially-
said it. It's like, it's your pitch. It's the one that they'll shop around. It's like, hey, if you like this, we'll make more of it. And occasionally, that will be the first episode adapted, which is what they kind of did with the actual first episode of Power Rangers, which Ichi and I actually watched.
To put it in a more modern terminology, it's the thing you'd see on a Kickstarter page.
A little bit. That's a good way of putting it. And, like, this was not meant to be the finished product, for sure.
Oh,
like,
God, no.
I hope to God not. Like, there are things in this episode, in this pilot, that, like, they would have had to have changed, and we'll get into them as they come.
What you're seeing in our chat log being Exhibit A.
Oh my God, like, we're gonna get to him.
We'll get to him.
But,
you know what
yeah,
I kind of wish they kept?
What?
That like power, like the command center set. That
Proto Command Center was kind of neat.
It was interesting, like, but like,
Cool.
What was interesting about watching this, because I just love this kind of like the history of Power Rangers, not the Linkar one, although I do like that show.
Yeah.
Like, it was interesting seeing the differences the most, like what they changed, what they kept, and what they removed altogether, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like one, the original thing started. It wasn't a juice bar; it was a bowling alley.
That was an interesting difference.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that's where teenagers like to go. Bowling.
I mean, they do.
And,
to be fair, they do.
That did seem a little more accurate, I think.
Yeah, like I think that like what they changed because they wanted it to be more of
wholesome,
like kind of like have a bit of a health like message.
Yeah,
like, you know, we're hanging out at the juice bar gym. Yeah, bowling alley is where like you go to drink beer and eat fries. You know,
and talk about your war stories like John Goodman.
You're out of your element, Gar.
Nice.
I know this is a little ahead of the bowling alley, but so like we see Tyke vibing and talking to everybody, and we see everyone being casual, doing what their personality trait says to do. And I just love how when we get to the bullies, one of them being, of course, Paul Schreier.
I was not ready for Pilot Bulk's fucking hair.
Wow.
I lost it.
Here's the best part, Ichi. The busy, like the kind of greaser one with leather jacket.
That's supposed to be Skull?
He auditioned for Skull, but he was turned down because he looked too intimidating for the character.
100%. No, because the proto Skull there, like
that was a genuine greaser.
Yeah, though these bullies, because there's like 5 of them too.
Yeah,
like these bullies,
they're like a whole evil bully Sentai.
It really, I think that was what they were gonna go for originally.
Maybe they were gonna end up being that fake Power Rangers team from later in the season.
Oh my god,
with the terrible suits.
Yeah, the guy who's doing that. The guy who's doing Proto Skull there, he is way too intense for this.
Yeah.
Like, he is like, this guy should have been an actual gangster in a movie or something.
He should have been one of the greasers in one of the T-Birds in Grease.
Like, he's like, he's like talking like all up close. He's touching like the girls' faces. Like,
yeah.
But like, good for, as an actor, he's good. But yeah, no, you can't have him as Skull.
Someone needs to post a screenshot of fucking Pilot Bulk's hair.
Oh my god.
Because this needs to be seen.
Because it was Paul Schreier. Like, he was the only one, like, and like, like, he's also like, he's obviously like the fat one of the group, so he's a bit more bumbly, but like, again, like, the way he just comes into frame.
And he actually tries to fight them too, which is something that he never does in the show, or at least not to this degree.
Well, he is the only one with samurai training,
It's so fucking funny that out of them all, he goes on to be a goddamn samurai.
Hell yeah. Go ahead.
You want to know something even funnier about the Proto Skull? Apparently he was a suit actor for Donatello.
Oh, alright.
No, really? Like in the movie or the show?
Yeah. I believe it was the movie.
Really?
I'm just looking at the wiki right now. Lee Whitaker is the actor in question. Played Punk 1, or Proto Skull.
Punk
and
1.
He was
Didn't
the
even
suit
have a
actor
name.
for Donatello. Like, he's just Punk number 1.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That's gotta be in the thumbnail.
That's me waking up on a Sunday morning.
Like,
like
the fucking
no. Okay, I looked it up. So Lee Whitaker, he was the he was the Donatello of Next Mutation suit actor.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
I like Next Mutation. I don't give a fuck what anyone says.
Oh my god, but yeah, like I that probably got the biggest reaction out of me just seeing Bulk looking like that. Like, oh wait, I take it back. Something else gave me another bigger reaction later. Yeah. But yeah, so like the whole setup of this is but the whole setup of this is they're showing off their character traits, like, Billy's still the biggest nerd ever.
A lot of the lines they give off, they chime off are either the exact same or very similar to the actual first episode of Mighty Morphin.
Like, and obviously it's all the same character traits still,
just with slightly worse direction.
And like everyone has such bad hair, like, not even because it's 90s, but like Jason, his hair was awful. Billy, like his look here, like that. This picture of Billy, which does 100% have meme potential.
Yeah,
like that's a great reaction shot. No, you're surprised, David.
Yeah, and he starts saying
a lot of the
fight.
A lot of the things that he says are made up.
Yeah, as they're fighting, they're in a bowling alley, and he just starts making baseball references for some reason.
Because you don't know sports.
He sucker punches, be like, strike 3, you're out. Punches the dude in the gut.
Safe. Billy, we're at a bowling alley. Was it not bowling?
And like they're like, you know, bowling balls are heavy and they're like throwing these around.
Yeah, there was one shot where Kim goes for a shot and then it slips out of her hand and crashes into a table.
I'm just like, watch out.
Oh, I broke a nail.
It's just a valley girl.
This reminds me of all those videos that people film of like people in bowling alleys, and then like they throw the ball like way too high and it like hits one of the TV screens and like crashes in the ceiling. Why in your right fucking mind would you ever consider doing that? You're gonna pay for all those damages.
Speaking of TV screens, did anyone else catch what was on the TV screens?
Oh my god!
Samurai Pizza Cat.
Fucking Samurai Pizza Cat!
When was that airing? Like,
why?
Because they had the rights.
Because Saban also owns Samurai Pizza Cats.
That's amazing!
But what I love about that, first of all, you got this like kids cartoon airing at this bowling alley, but apparently this is a live feed because like we get like breaking news as the spaceship goes to the moon.
I think the idea was they were playing the recorded episode and then the channel switched to a live broadcast.
No, that's what I mean. But like this idea that like, why is this on here?
Yeah, to answer your question, Cell, Samurai Pizza Cats, 1990.
I was about to say it aired 90 to 91.
Okay,
that show. But so yeah, then we get the real star of this episode, original Rita.
Oh, the fucking noise she made coming out of that dumpster. That was Cell's moment of leaving the room like Gar did when he heard the word trickle last week.
What the hell was that, Barbara? Like,
what the hell, Barbara?
Do you want to take another pass at that?
Barbara,
because
like I said, there was no voice direction in this version.
There really wasn't. Because it was her, right?
I think so.
It sounded like her. But I honestly think this version, she was going for, as weird as it's going to sound, she was going for a more serious take where she was like trying to go like a legit like evil witch.
Yeah.
The was still terrible. But I mean the rest of the episode, she's not going, those Power Rangers. Like she's going, those Power Rangers. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We go to the moon.
Out of all of her, out of all the mooks, out of all of her minions, Finster's the only one whose name wasn't changed.
Oh wow!
What were the others?
Sound like Finster.
Goldar was Flygar.
Yeah, God.
Slut was Grok and Babu was Mongo.
King Sphinx was in the episode, and they called him Fly Guy.
Fly Guy.
No, that was Goldar.
Was that? No, they fought King Sphinx in that.
No. Oh, look, he brought a friend.
Vitar.
I don't know. The direction in this is all over the fucking place. It's hard to keep track of who's who.
I just like I found the funniest thing though was like, so like Goldar's name was like Flygar, and like they got cut to a shot of Rita like using her staff like it's about to throw it to like make Flygar grow, but if you look, Goldar is in the background.
Yeah. There was a. Goldar's down on the earth fighting, and then we cut back up to the Moon Palace, and Goldar's standing there behind her, and then we cut back down, and Goldar's in the fight again.
Yeah, but like the King's... Yes, Gar?
This pilot has the quality of the of VR Troopers.
Also,
I think you're not giving VR Troopers enough credit.
I'm sure that Fly Guy is King Sphinx, because I looked him up on the wiki.
Yeah, and King Sphinx is there.
Yeah.
Like... And yeah,
I think Flygar is Goldar and Fly Guy is King Sphinx.
That's what has happened here.
So Flygar and Fly Guy, as if they're brothers.
Oh my!
Fly Guy.
Like, okay, so like, yeah, Rita's up on the moon, and I gotta say, like, because again, Ichi and I actually watched the first episode of Power Rangers proper after this.
Yeah,
and I gotta say, the way they did it in the actual episode, much better. You start on the moon with Rita. This was clunky, like how we're starting with the teenagers, and then, oh, by the way, on the moon, like, here we are.
By the way, just a quick aside, in the actual first episode, there's one line when Rita's on the moon, just after coming out, where it's like, it's time for my coming out party! And I'm like, You just gay?
Coming out party means different things.
She only married Zed to get her green card.
Whoa.
Anyway.
All right. So now, now we move to the other thing.
Oh
about
no!
This. It's either proof of a god or the lack of one. ZOLTAR.
ZOLTAR! Everyone post your favorite ZOLTAR face! every frame of ZOLTAR is a masterpiece!
This is like...
Yes. That is still David Fielding.
That's the actual Zordon!
What in the zone ass mascot are these things? Like, whatever decision it was for this effect needed to be shot. Like
this is what happens when someone pours bong water into Zordon's tube.
Ladies and gentlemen, you don't drink the bong water.
He's greening out!
Alpha, this isn't weed.
Bad. It's so bad.
Right there.
Oh, this is gonna be.
Why does that one look like he has a Hitler mustache?
Jesus. Like, this is all this is gonna be now. This isn't good podcast content, you know? This is us reacting to faces that most listeners aren't gonna see.
God, I hope you're all watching the video version.
I like that command better. It's so much more like futuristic.
I was saying to Ichi.
He looks like a fucking Easter Island head right there.
Like a
Oh my god. Like, it's so distracting. Like,
it's hard to listen to anything he's saying.
Right, because you're like, oh my god! Like, we were making the joke that as they went into the command center, which, again, the command center actually looked kind of neat. It had a more mythical quality than the science fiction aspect they ended up going with.
Christmas lights.
Yeah, with the literally the Christmas lights. Yeah. Oh Christ! But like OG Alpha 5 comes out, which like
it would have been so cool if this version was Alpha 4 and the one in the canon version was 5.
I so wish that's what they did. Oh god.
Ichi, you know what you
No,
need
it's
to
Alpha 4.5.
Ichi, you know what you need to do? You need to take all these Zoltar pictures and just mix them up with your wallpapers that changes on your computer, and just every once in a while you'll just put a random one and you'll just lose your shit no matter what the fuck you're doing. You'll be having you'll be playing FF14 having the most fucking like hardest epic fucking rage you've ever done in your entire fucking experience, and then one of those pictures will show up and you'll just fucking die.
That's it!
I need to just have like a folder of Zoltar wallpaper so that every minute the face in the corner of my screen changes to a different face in the same spot.
I was saying what you should do is get like that thumbnail where it's my face as Zordon and
from the 2017 movie.
Yeah, and just fuck it up. So that's like,
put a warp filter
You'll
on
be
it.
Celtar.
Celtar. There you go.
If I ever get the chance to meet David Fielding, I'm gonna get him to sign a picture of Zoltar.
Yes!
No, dude, make it a fucking poster, like a fucking.
get a nice glossy going.
Like the whole poster is just the tube, nothing around it, just the tube.
In a fucking frame.
What do you think that tube is? Okay. Like, yeah, because like all we could talk about like is this fucking Zoltar face, because like you said, it's distracting.
Yeah.
Like ultimately the decision they made to make Zordon just ahead with maybe a bit of like he's underwater look to him, it was the best choice they made, I think. Yeah. Other than one. Because we're not even at it yet, people.
Oh, we're not done.
So yeah, also, Alpha 5 sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say about Alpha 5. Is it me, or do you think the movie from '95 took inspiration from that design of Alpha?
Could be.
I need to see them side by side.
I can kind of see it.
Also, like Alpha looked more, again, maybe like a bit more magical looking.
He had a fucking mohawk crest and a goddamn like tabard of buttons and screens on top of his actual chest plate.
Like you could see this thing falling apart at the seams too. Like like it almost looked like half a second later the whole panel was just gonna go flump.
Yep.
But we had this great moment where like
oh god.
Oh, Bill Hader. We had this whole moment.
Bill Hader.
While you were all busting your asses.
Maybe.
I don't like the extra like dome he's got on top of his head.
Maybe it's just the head.
He's a tit
Maybe it's
head.
just the head.
Perhaps.
Now, the movie Alpha Suit, like the whole body, that's awesome. I love it.
Yeah. Actually, like we were watching the real first episode, not the real first episode, the official first episode. It really did dawn on me that like Alpha is a good robot, like a good fictional robot, like in terms of design, in terms of purpose, like it goes without saying, but deserves its place in like the pantheon of fictional robots.
Yeah, absolutely.
Me and Ichi also had this great moment where like so yeah, Alpha comes first, then Zordon shows up, right? Zoltar, excuse me. But both times they had the whole like moment where Zach's like, I don't know about this. An unbeliever. And Ichi and I just like, please vaporize him.
Like we both separately at the same time had the idea of like, I don't know about this. Oh, an unbeliever. Lasers him to death.
Looks at the others. Now do you believe?
Anyone else?
I was stuck.
Finster 5 exists.
I'm stuck in a time warp. Yeah, and I'm a Ninja Turtle. I'll give it a few decades, Zach.
That was a weird joke. Yeah. A little bit of foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Not decades. It was only a couple years. In Space was like 95.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And again, Walter Jones did get the best line in the final cut of the pilot. I mean, I don't know what you guys are talking about. We just saw a giant floating head.
that is a great line.
Incoming message from the big giant head.
All right, speaking of heads.
Can I just say though, freaking like this chick who played Trini in this pilot,
Audrey Dubois.
She sucked.
Yeah.
Dude,
no, lame.
Every fucking line. No. Every fucking line that came out of this chick's mouth, she was phoning it in so bad. I fucking wanted to punch her in the face.
Wow.
Oh my god! Whoa!
I don't know if you're allowed to say that.
It's so bad.
It was legitimately it was terrible. Like she was not acting well in this at all.
Same woman who had the balls to ask.
I bet she's a wonderful fucking nice person in real life. Absolutely, 100%. But like, oh my god.
Same woman who had the balls to ask for a pay raise and then got fired, and then to this day declares herself the original Yellow Ranger.
Like I hate saying it like this, but like whatever. It's almost 30 years ago at this point. More than 30 years ago at this point. Like she stands out because of how bad she wasn't. Like, look, Power Ranger acting usually isn't the best, but like she literally
you have to try hard to be that bland.
Like, and not only that, like there was I can't remember what it was, but it was early on. She literally stumbled over her line where she like how did bad like,
and that's the take.
To be fair, that's more of a director problem, but
we've established that the direction in this is nearly non-existent.
Yeah, because getting to the part that, like, in a cavalcade of breaking me, this one got me the most. So, yeah, Zordon tells them, Zoltar, tells them, I'm giving you the power of the dinosaurs. Argo, Blargo, Flargo.
By the way, I have a very loose definition on what a dinosaur is.
Cell doesn't like that they're called dinosaurs. Let's move on. So, if any of y'all have read Animorphs, you might know where we're going with this. Jason, you will get the power of the Tyrannosaurus Rex, and Jason fucking morphs into the Tyrannosaurus Rex from the opening of Zoo Ranger, right?
Yeah,
like because that's what they look like. And
every Animorph is the dinosaur prop they use for the opening of G Ranger.
Why would you do that?
That was nightmare fuel incarnate.
Because, like, obviously it's not meant to be literal, or at least, no, wait, maybe it was, because with Trini, we actually see her turn back.
Yeah, they did act. It comes off like it's supposed to be symbolic, but then after the other 4, Trini changes back into humans. I'm like, wait, did that actually happen?
That was weird. And again, then we watched the official episode, and it's so much better
because turn into their suits,
and it's awesome. Like, you see it in the opening, like, you know what we're talking about. Like, they definitely, I like this. They definitely learned from what worked, what didn't, and they changed it accordingly. You know, another thing that didn't.
It was so funny how at least 2 of them, like, specifically went out of their way to, like, strike a pose that would serve to make the transition into the animal more smooth and convenient.
Christ. Oh my God. Manuel, Walter, please make that your profile pic. Come on. I'm gonna make it my profile pic.
To add to Ichi's
no, guard. That's
me,
awesome.
That's me waking up Saturday morning.
I remember these packages because I had these figures as a kid, and I remember that, like, you'd see, like, the human form on the bottom there, and then it would, like, slowly morph from the Power Ranger.
Oh yeah,
into, like,
yeah.
Which that's fun for that. But as we can see,
it doesn't work so well in the actual footage.
I need one of all of them, by the way. Like,
yeah, like Trini like lifted her arm to make sure that the shot of the saber-toothed tiger with its hand out didn't look quite so bad.
I'm looking at Billy's there, and I'm just like him going, why do I have a headache?
I think I have a headache now.
Why does Trini's look like a chipmunk?
Does. It does. No, like...
Because we're the girls of rock and roll.
The worst part of this really does look like Animorph book covers.
Yeah. I was saying to Sal while we were watching it, it would be so fucking funny for someone to actually shop these into an Animorphs book cover.
Oh my God. The fucking Jason picture right here? Literally, put fucking Zoltar's green filter over it, bam! Zoltar.
Well, that's what... No, guys, that's why he did it to them. He was feeling self-conscious.
He wanted to make them like him.
Now you know what it feels like, bitch!
Just the fucking mouth on Jason looks like he's sneering at it. Like,
yeah.
This fucking nostrils.
I don't feel so good, Mr. Zoltar.
It's one of those.
No, that was
What's
funny.
Is one of those pictures where the more you look at it, the worse it looks.
I've gone cross-eyed.
No. So, like, we got power morphers, right? The good old class iconic power
Transmorphers.
Transmorphers, Rangers.
They're called Transmorphers.
Yeah. Could you imagine that's what they went with? It's too many syllables.
I like power morphers way better.
Which is more, actually, but...
Transmorphers.
What do we do?
Use the Transmorphers! Now!
Help.
And then they just leave.
Yeah, which is true to the actual episode. They do also walk out.
Well, and again, it's that whole, like, okay, no, they got to find out on their own. And this is another one of those, like, things where I think they realized they needed to change some aspects. Because they go outside, and we don't get that great joke from Zach, which that's another thing the episode proper has going for it. Mm-hmm. And Rita sees them, and she's like, okay, I'm going to kill these kids. Like, right now. And I noticed something. In the first thing she does, she like sends like a blast down that makes them scatter, right? Uh-huh. And that's also in the episode proper. And you know, old Eagle Eye Cells caught this. They're using footage from the pilot in the actual episode. You can tell because in the pilot, Jason is wearing white.
Yep.
So check that out again.
So they did use an actual shot from the pilot in the canon episode.
And because I was literally thinking, are they really going to make the actors like next to an explosion again? No, they just.
I also love that for some fucking reason, Rita's telescope has goddamn crosshairs in it. Like she's about to use it to snipe them.
Oh yeah, like I was saying, like just the way that shot was lined up, I was expecting her to go bang.
Yeah.
Just like Kimberly drops.
Good, that one annoyed me.
She was gonna take my suit.
She just takes her magic wand, just clocks it like a gun, just.
It's a fucking rifle.
Let's go. And this fucking guy, like,
yeah, we get the morphing sequence, which of course is god awful because they didn't have an effects budget yet. But then, for some fucking reason, there's at least a couple frames where Jason is there with just the helmet on and not the suit.
He looks like someone who like wanted a Halloween costume, could only get the helmet.
But the weird part is it's only him. The others don't do that.
There's so much stuff like that in the, like, again, like what happened with Trini, where she's the one who goes back.
Could you fucking imagine a world where they fight with just the helmets and not full suits?
No, like no. Okay, picture this, guys.
Some real tattooed teenager shit.
No. Just like picture this. Imagine like, oh, there was like a situation where like, you know, some people were in danger and like, I don't know, like he couldn't, I don't know, just like they just pawn the helmet on instead because like they have to be like quick about it. Like they don't even have time to fully morph.
Happens instantly.
I know. I just like I kind of like him with just the helmet on.
No, don't get me wrong. Like it's an interesting visual. It just wouldn't make any sense. But hey, you know, looks. I mean, you know, I would rather this than nothing. Yeah. Don't get me wrong.
You know what? I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna get a Red Ranger helmet.
You're gonna buy the helmet.
White T-shirt.
I'm gonna go to Power Morphicon.
I'm going to cosplay this one frame of Jason from the Mighty Morphin Rangers pilot.
No, there are fucking people who do shit like that, man.
No, like 100% people would get it. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah.
So please do this.
Anyone who's watched this will get it.
Jason. Lost episode Jason for that one
pilot frame. Jason from frame 3742 of the Power Rangers Lost episode.
There are cosplayers of the Boom Mic guy from New Hope. Okay?
Oh, it's just like I'm looking at fucking Trini like holding up her fucking morph.
She's blocking her own face.
Yeah,
look at her face. I'm like, she's so bad.
Also, high blatant G Ranger stock footage engine.
Right. Also, you know, I'll say, like, Billy definitely had the biggest glow up because, like I said, they really made him look like. Don't get me wrong, he was always looking nerdy, but he looks like a dweeb.
Yeah, they went full dork dweeby with
like he's got bad hair. His glasses are like, yeah.
Okay, but but I feel like his clothes though, like they put him from this into like overalls. But then, like the overalls really suit Billy somehow.
They did it because they, you know, David Yost was, you know, pretty toned muscle.
Dude, no, he has to hide his muscles.
No, literally, that's what happened.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
To hide his muscles, they basically just covered him up.
That's amazing.
Like, because like David Yost was like I believe he was a gymnast. And you know, you got to be really like to be a good gymnast, you have to be pretty ripped.
I mean, he did have to do actual karate throughout the run.
Exactly.
He was actually
but
he was actually the oldest of them all. He was 24.
Yeah, but then you see him in the '95 movie, and he's just like fucking shredded. Like, goddamn.
God, remember the '90s when being a geek was bad?
Miss those days.
Geeks really did inherit the earth.
Man. All these nerds.
So yeah, they morph and then they get force teleported so that they can use the footage of Z-Ranger.
And it basically becomes what we see in the episode proper. Because now we're just using stock footage.
Yeah.
And the show gets a lot better. And okay, the question I had going in. Go ahead.
One interesting difference between this version and the canon episode: in the pilot, they kill King Sphinx. In the actual Mighty Morphin first episode, they fight Goldar in the Megazord and he fucks off.
As soon as they bring out the sword, he's like, bye!
A fair fight! Fuck that!
Yeah, the first episode is actually, like, pretty underwhelming in the grand scheme of things.
They don't kill a monster in it.
Yeah.
Whereas in the pilot, they killed King Sphinx. Or, sorry, Fly Guy.
And, the question I had going into this, because I wasn't sure, was, will this have the music? Like the Wasserman music.
Yeah.
Right? Because I think I've said this on the show before. 70% of Power Rangers' success is that music.
100%.
And like as soon as we saw the stock footage and like that guitar is ripping, I'm like, I think that's where studios said, "Oh yeah, we're picking this up."
Yeah, Ron Wasserman is the man to thank for the success of the franchise.
Yeah, he's the reason we stuck around. Because yeah, like again, as always, like when that Megazord stands up, it's mwah.
I was sad that it didn't, like, it had the Megazord sequence has been initiated, but it didn't have the Megazord activated.
But they learned.
That's the good shit.
Yeah.
That gives me the good brain juice.
They still kept that really fucking badass shot of like them rising and like it shows like their helmets inside the cockpit.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's such a good
love
shot.
Yep.
Love it.
Phenomenal cosmic dinosaurs. Itty bitty cockpit.
And he starts like, you know, like they're having a fun old fight, they're fisticuffing, and then yeah, like we just kill Fly Guy.
Yep.
Or destroy him, I should say. Did he have a line? Like he had a bit of a something.
He probably did, but I don't remember.
Anyways.
Then we cut back to the command center, and Billy does the fucking splits.
And they add a sound effect where it's like, oh,
He's got owie.
What
That
the
looked like
fuck was the point of that?
again, I just said, like David Yost was a gymnast, so that was probably his like showing off.
Yeah,
moments.
he asked the director, "Hey, can I just do the splits for no reason?" Yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah, go ahead, kid.
Kimberly
Okay.
did the oh my hair gets fucking up in the helmet. Psych!
Except it was psych instead of not.
Which was better?
I like not better,
Really?
I like
I
that
actually
better.
preferred Psych.
but it's the 90s, so we have to be yeah in your face about it.
When I think of
I'm sorry.
Rat.
I'm sorry. Just when I watched the pilot, like the night I watched the pilot, just when we got to the Billy doing the splits, and then it's got to Alpha going like, he's got an owie. That broke me. That made me giggle.
And then we get even more hilarious shots of Zoltar, including him goddamn rolling his eyes at them.
Oh, that was nightmare fuel.
Oh, you fucking teenagers.
I think I
never
will
wanna
smite
see-
you.
I never want to see Zoltar ever again. So bad.
Well, you're in luck, Lane. Because the next time we come back to the pilot to Mighty Morphin, it'll be a bit more than what we remember it as.
Okay, that's good.
Because you got to remember, as of recently, there were only 2 pilots. Now there are 3.
Wow.
Only 18 more to go.
Saban really wanted the show to fucking kick off.
You know what? And that tenacity paid off. You know, we're here because of it.
Yeah.
We'd be doing this probably.
Thank you,
If it
Power
wasn't
Rangers.
for this little pilot right here.
A little pilot that could, but probably shouldn't.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Thank you, Audrey Dubois.
Thank
for
you
your
for-
sacrifice.
Thank you for asking for more money.
Yeah, for real.
Hey, her getting fired led to my first like television crush. So thank you. Yes. But yeah, like it's a part of our Power Rangers history. You know,
Part of our heritage.
yeah, and I mean, check it out. Like at least once, I say, you'll laugh. You will laugh at Zoltar.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you have a soul, you're going to laugh at that. Like it really.
You gotta wonder what the reactions were to the people they showed this pilot to.
Oh,
Zoltar.
I'm picturing that right now of like not just that, like people in suits, people who have to like make decisions,
Important men in suits.
like watching that.
like one of them's like, is he always gonna look like that?
That was a note. That was 100% a note.
Absolutely not.
We're gonna fix that. Don't worry. We have the actor. He's got a great head for it. Don't worry.
Decker, can you post one more picture of Zoltar, please?
Post 9 more pictures. Like I need every frame of that.
We need a Discord channel of nothing but Zoltar pictures.
We need. Can we make him an emoji?
An emote? Oh, absolutely!
Please make emo.
Yes!
on it.
Zoltar emote!
Yay! More.
Yes!
Welcome to the first episode of Radio Sentai Castranger.
It really sucks too that the Fox Kids watermark is on there too.
Oh, I can shop that out.
Well, you guys are in luck. Because when this show came out on DVD, as a bonus feature, came the lost episode. So there is a high quality version of this.
Oh my
pilot.
god, I need it!
Yes.
More high quality Zoltar? Fuck
Yes.
I'm just upset how much I do kind of look like that.
Cell, do you know what that means though, Cell? You're not the 6th Ranger of our group, you're the Zordon of our group. You're the
No, yeah.
mentor. You're
Kevin's
you're
the
one
Zordon.
who inspires us,
I'm-
mentors us shows us right from wrong.
I don't think that's
more
true.
so right
Well, you show us.
wrong.
You show us what's wrong.
That's true. Lane, you said that well. Thanks, Lane.
Oh, so, that's what the Boom Studio comic should have done. Oh no, it's my alternate dimensional evil twin, Zoltar.
It's my
Zoltar of Eltar.
It's my half brother Zoltar.
I'm actually genuinely surprised in the show proper they didn't do that with this effect, like my evil brothers, or an episode where Zordon became evil and they used this like effect.
You know what this is? Zordon is Dr. Jekyll. Zoltar is Mr. Hyde.
Yeah.
There we go.
Dr. Zordon and Mr. Zoltar.
Quite the parlor trick, Zoltar. You've yet to see my next one.
Zoltar of Eldon. Maybe that should be the episode title, actually. Zoltar of Eldon is better.
Yes! We have to just make the thumbnail Zoltar because someone's gonna get this in the recommended on YouTube and just be like, "What fuck?" It's gonna be such a clickbaity fucking thumbnail. I'm calling it.
Ichi, if you're up for that, like, you take a bunch of like the Zoltar faces and just one of them is my fucked up face.
No! You make the fucking Animorphs like cover art, and it's David Fielding slowly turning into Zoltar.
Yep, that's it.
There you go. That's it.
Oh my god! This is the best birthday ever.
Yay!
Yay!
That's our gift to you, Ichi. Zoltar of Eldon.
Zoltar of Eldon. Oh,
God, I'm gonna die!
Thank you, Gar, for showing us this.
Wait a minute. Did they ever say then, were they called Zolts?
I think they... did they say they were Zords in this pilot?
I don't think they used the word Zord.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Because I could be wrong, but I did always assume it was meant to be like Zord on Zord.
Yeah.
That's where the word came from.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The Megazolt.
Dino Megazolt.
Megazolt activated.
Oh, no! Because I remember I was saying earlier.
There you go.
Because when they were combining, it did say Megazord sequence has been initiated.
It did, yeah.
So I think that they were still the Zords, even though he was Zoltar, and then they just changed it in the canon version.
That's interesting.
If they're the Zords, he should be Zordon.
And you see what I'm saying? When you watch these old things, you pick up those little tidbits of that where I wonder what the process was, because obviously like so much of like the creative process of Power Rangers just lost to time because like they weren't thinking this was going to be as big as it was.
But as we can see, comparing these two versions, there's a lot that we can infer.
Exactly, and it's like we're like archaeologists, people.
Yeah.
Power Rangerologists. You can be Peter Welling.
Hi, I'm Peter Weller.
And we have, and of course, my good friend here, Lane Deanna Jones.
Hey, I'll take that.
And me, Celtar of Elton.
I literally have written in my notes next to the thumbnail, Celtar.
Celtar.
You are welcome for that, by the way, Cel.
That's a good one. So did you guys have a good birthday? Early birthday, I should say.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for this.
You're welcome.
If anyone is listening to this as the episodes come out, today, June 22nd, my birthday, Jerry's birthday, Lane is coming over here. We're going to be watching a bunch of stuff, playing some games, streaming, whatever we feel like. So if the Ixie Studios channel on Twitch is live, please, it would be enough of a birthday gift for anyone to just tune in and check out the stream, whatever we get up to. I can say for sure one thing we will be doing is streaming a modded version of Kingdom Hearts 2 that swaps Sora and Roxas.
Finally.
Making Roxas the main protagonist as he always should have been.
I don't know who you're talking about.
My favorite part was when Zoltar said it's Zolting time and Zolted all over his tube.
Ew.
It's like...
It looks like something got a reboot.
Yeah.
Okay, listen. When Emily comes back onto the show, we have to show her Zoltar. She'll lose her mind.
Oh yeah. Everyone have Zoltar images ready for next week.
Like for real.
We have to do all this. Paul fucking it.
Yes, please make the emotions out of that.
Yeah, next time Paul's over, we're sitting him down to watch the episode.
Oh no.
It's the Master Control Program.
I sense an impurity.
I desire macaroni ranges.
Macaroni ranges.
Oh god. Oh.
All right. Well, unfortunately, at the end of the episode.
That's actually what the inspiration for this version of Zordon was Master Control Program. Honestly, no. Looking at what we got now for Zordon, that actually looks so fucking good.
Me before and after my morning coffee.
If you don't deserve me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best.
If you can't handle me at my Zoltar, you don't deserve me at my Zordon.
Fucking hell, man.
Me, the guy she tells you not to worry about.
So this is why Andros killed him.
Oh my god.
Someone, please Photoshop Zoltar in the tube from Countdown to Destruction.
That's a genius idea too. I can't fit all of this into the thumbnail.
I'm just picturing Andros seeing Zoltar in his tube. Kill it! Legit. Last thing. Zoltar legit. Oh, he does look great there.
Yeah.
Zoltar legitimately looks and sounds now like the parody version.
Yeah.
Of what Zordon is like
the Mad TV version.
Yeah. Oh no, it's Zoltar. Hey kids, what are you doing?
Yeah, I got a Power Rangers here.
Okay, but here we go. We got Zoltar of Eldon, and then that evolved eventually into Bryan Cranston.
Zordon of Cranston.
The evolutionary line of Zordon is very interesting.
Weirdest Pokemon line ever.
Thank you, Andros, for ending his suffering.
It went from Zoltar to Series Zordon to Turbo Zordon to Movie Zordon to Bryan Cranston.
Bryan Cranston.
And then we ended it with Celtar.
Now I'm imagining Zoltar's face in Nichigon's egg.
Oh yeah.
Don't forget about racist Zordon.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's an early episode of Castranger right there.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Anyways.
Okay, alright. We need to end the episode.
God, we do.
Alright, thank you all once again. As always, thank you for listening, watching, liking, favoriting, sharing, subscribing, hitting the bell, and being awesome. As always, the primary source of our Castranger hijinks is castranger.podbean.com. From there you can find our Facebook, Twitter, Discord, Patreon, merch store, all of our cool shit. Shout out to our currently active patrons, which include our very good friends Blaze, Armorhide, Zentai VT, Midas, Vegas, and Jackaplier.
What's next week?
Jikai Radio Sentai Castranger. I don't know what this is, but it's labeled Machi Action.
Okay.
It's a Chinese tokusatsu movie.
Interesting.
Cool.
Do you remember the movie In the Hero that we watched?
Yes.
Yeah.
Imagine that, but essentially this guy is kicked out after doing the same show for 30 years.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just been something that's been on the back burner. I'm like, all right, let's see.
Sounds interesting.
You know what? Why not? I want to talk about it.
All right.
We talked about Zoltar. I can think about anything now.
Yeah.
Anything's better than fucking Celtar.
You did mention this.
All right. Well, thank you all once again. Love you all. Thank you for helping make my birthday awesome.
Happy birthday, Ichi. And
Happy birthday, Ichi.
And happy birthday to Jerry, my birthday brother.
happy birthday, Jerry.
Happy birthday, Jerry.
Thank you, birthday brother.
Yeah.
Jerry, you're fired.
Out of a cannon. All right. Thank you again, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Stay Zoltar.
Stay salty. It's right out of my mouth.